Immersive shared reality. Every assist and dunk and buzzer beater comes to life on Cosm's immense 8K plus wraparound display. Use our exclusive discount code ESPNLA. Get 20% off any NBA event in November. Get your tickets now at Cosm.com. That's COSM.com.
It's your last chance to snag Dell Technologies' lowest prices of the year before the holidays. The future is on sale today with limited time deals on select PCs like the XPS 16 that accelerate AI with Intel Core Ultra processors. This is their biggest sale of the year and the best time to upgrade, but it's only here for a limited time. Shop now at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Super Crosstalk presented by In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger is all about.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
It's weird without Mason to do
Where
that.
is Mason?
Mason is disposed of at the moment.
I feel like Clint Eastwood. I'm talking to an empty chair.
Hey, there's a full chair right here. DeMarco,
I'm talking to you. Yes, my man. We're talking about traffic. Being in traffic for 2 hours.
Tonight, this is what I do every single Friday, and it's just the worst. I go from here, downtown, to Thousand Oaks, and then drive to North Hollywood.
Wow.
Yeah. So I live in North Hollywood. I drive to Thousand Oaks and then to North Hollywood to pick up my daughter every Friday. And then every Monday, I drive from North Hollywood to Thousand Oaks to downtown back to North Hollywood.
It's a lot of driving.
It's too much driving.
When do you begin this pilgrimage? Because that's crucial.
There he is.
Okay, so I at 6:30 in the morning on Monday mornings to drop her off at school. And today I would leave immediately at 3:30 when we're off the air.
Okay. Wow. Probably not too bad at traffic at 3:30.
It's bad. It's a bad
compared to 5:30 or 6.
It's not much better. It's an hour and 15 to an hour and a half every single time.
Do you hate people when you drive?
I absolutely despise them. I've lived here my whole life, DeMarco, and I still hate traffic.
It just makes you hate people for some reason. I hate it. I wish there was a way to get around traffic.
You hate people because of traffic?
When you're in
all
traffic,
going the same place we are, right? We're all trying to get somewhere.
That's the point. Like, why are you all going the same way I'm going?
Yeah.
Why can't you be over there?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You got a big old, you got a big old truck too. So
yes.
Why do
I go this way?
When I drive home, it's like the driving is perfect because when I drive home, it's before rush hour, and when I drive here, it's after rush hour.
Oh, so you zip.
So it's kind of like ideal. I don't
Aren't
know.
you lucky?
Yeah, I know. But I don't. I also
you go
don't,
against traffic.
I also
always.
don't. I'm against traffic, but I also don't mind traffic that much. Like it's just a chance to sing along with the radio or listen to 710 ESPN.
Mace.
What?
You are driving against traffic. You're never sitting in that traffic. If you sit in it all the time, you will despise it.
I mean, it sounds like Mace would actually like more traffic, a little more
not more traffic.
Let's switch.
No,
let's switch and see how you feel.
I'm totally happy with my
You pick
traffic.
up Riley.
You pick up Riley. I'll go hang out with Juan for a little bit.
You need me to get Riley for you today?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
If that ever happens, we need to put in some type of live stream. I want to watch Uncle Mace and Riley.
So here's the thing.
I'm just going to put on, whatever movie, Frozen or whatever.
Frozen. She's 13.
Hi, little girl. You want to watch? You want to watch The Wiggles, right?
What's a 13-year-old movie? Like, what does she watch?
She likes Arcane.
Okay,
on Netflix.
Put on
that's
Arcane.
good. Yeah, my kid likes that.
Yeah. So, but here's the thing. I've been in a car with you. I would not subject her to going into a car with you.
By the way, I wouldn't ask anybody to go in the car with me.
Why?
I mean, you are a horrific driver.
I am not the best driver
What do you mean?
around.
Like, drives too fast?
No.
He wrecks? What?
It's constantly on the brake.
you're
hitting
a
the
brake
brake
guy.
over and over and over
I'm a
again,
brake guy.
and you're going back and forth. I had such a headache.
So you're a safe driver.
I'm a very
no.
safe driver.
Oh.
Very safe driver.
Super safe.
Bum,
Okay.
bum, bum.
It's not
As
what the
you
rental
roll
car
over,
overseas.
bum, bum,
It's not what the
bum.
rental people overseas said.
Wow.
No, the rental people overseas were not happy with me.
What
That
happened
is
to
true.
the car overseas?
I totaled it.
You wrecked a car overseas?
Totaled it.
Where?
In the UK, in England.
What happened?
I pulled into a gas station, driving on the wrong side of the road. You think the curb's going to be here? It's there instead. You snap the axle, just like that. Man.
just snap the axle. No big deal.
Snap the axle.
But
Wow.
baller move to conclude it.
Yeah.
You just left the car there.
Oh, I just left the car.
You
'cause
just
I
threw
took,
it in the gutter?
No, I took the insurance.
Oh, you did?
So I called him up and said, "Hey, come get your car. Can you bring me another one?" They're like, "No, you're done.
Oh,
We're cutting you off
Wow.
on cars."
Do either of you take the insurance ever when you rent a car?
Yeah, sometimes I do.
I never do.
You don't need it.
You
Yeah.
don't.
But it is nice to know that you can literally walk away from an accident with no
Overseas,
ramifications
That's a good
whatsoever.
reason to do
Yes.
it.
Maybe overseas. I have never rented a car overseas. I never do it domestically because I'm pretty sure my actual auto insurance covers me on
Yes.
a rental.
So
you'd be paying
does.
twice.
It does.
I just rented a car in Hawaii, and I said no, I don't want the insurance because
Your insurance will cover it.
yeah, it was
Whatever
totally,
happens,
because it was
yeah.
totally
So
insured.
it's pointless to do it.
Yeah.
But
why am I spending
overseas-
extra money on
But
it?
overseas,
take the
and by the way,
insurance.
I've not driven a lot overseas.
That's what I'm saying. You don't know the rules.
Well, I went to
Where's
Costa
the
Rica.
train?
Like,
Yeah.
You're probably on a watch list by now overseas with
I don't know
rental
if it's a
companies.
watch list, but yes.
So you know this in Costa Rica. I had to rent a car in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
You have to take. They make you
make
take
you
the
take
insurance.
the
They say you
insurance,
have
yeah.
to take
What,
this.
by gunpoint?
I mean,
Take
kind
this
of.
insurance.
They said
Rica.
we won't give you the car unless you take the insurance.
Oh, my gosh.
What is it like driving over there?
It's a little tough.
Intense?
Not all the roads are perfect.
No,
I would say.
I would not
By
say
the way,
any.
driving to where you went and
Yes.
where we go, there is a long and crazy, bumpy, unpaved
It's
road.
so hard to drive
It is
there.
so
You're sitting there
hard.
like 10 and 2 and just
Oh my
like
God.
bouncing
He
around.
went to the place that we go to all the time, a place called Rio Perdido, and there's like probably 5 miles of like unpaved, bumpy.
Oh,
just
okay.
get there
Yeah.
anyway.
You're
you
going
can
slow
road.
through
I thought
that.
you said Rio Burrito. What did you say?
Rio Perdido.
Perdido.
The place is
Wow.
amazing.
What
Yeah.
else did Emily say? You could buy a car off Amazon now. Did you guys know that?
No,
Wait,
really?
what?
You can buy a car off Amazon now.
Can I get it Prime?
Yeah, a Hyundai on Prime in Los
Hyundai on
Angeles.
Prime,
Yeah,
wow.
Is it, like really, you can pay the $15,000 and they'll just drop it off
Click
at your house.
done.
Let me pull
By
up
drone?
what the article said.
He said he wouldn't do it because he needs to test drive.
I
I'm
do
like,
want to test drive.
Nah, I
Yeah.
don't care.
I'm
Me
not
either.
a big.
Yeah.
I mean, when I went to get my car, I did test drive I test drove a few different models and arrived at one. But I've had cars. I had a car dropped off to me.
Yeah.
Having never driven it, just drop off the car. They drop off the car, move along, and I'm like, all right, I'll try driving it once I get the keys and I'm in it. But I don't. The idea of ordering one is just insane.
The program, Amazon claims, provides transparent pricing from local dealers, eliminating the need for negotiation. The price customers see at checkout is the final price with taxes and fees included.
Click done. Yeah, see?
This feels like a Hyundai at the half promotion waiting to happen.
Oh, look at
Right
you.
there.
Look at
Yes,
you.
I like
Yeah.
it. I like it. Are you
Coming up
happy?
next, Beto sees a Hyundai driven
like
right up to him.
Are you
That's
happy,
a good
Mace?
promotion, by the
Hell
way.
yes, I'm
I know.
happy.
Yeah.
I know.
Mark
Yeah.
Gates, get on that.
It was not a fun game to watch. It was not an entertaining game to watch. It was wet and sloppy and all that. We got the win.
You got
That's
the
all I
dub.
care about.
Yeah, you control your destiny.
Yeah.
I was telling them I loved that game yesterday.
I did not.
What
love
is there?
that
What
game.
is there to love about that game?
I love those defensive struggles. Living and dying off one play could end you. Just one.
Well,
you
that
give
one
up one play.
that one
it
turnover,
ends the game.
that one
Yeah.
interception ultimately ended San Fran's opportunity
That's
to
it.
tie it
And
up.
Although
and
if
the Deebo-
Deebo Samuel had not dropped that ball, he was probably gone.
That's
That's
what
what-
happened to a better person.
Yes.
I'm so happy he's like getting
He
run
is
over
so
right
happy
now.
about Campbell quitting.
Oh my
It
God.
all goes
Talking
away.
about him.
Yeah, because
Bro.
Deebo, he's like, give me the ball. I want the ball more, and then you drop it. That's
Ugh.
a little bit of a problem.
And he would have scored too.
He would
I'll
have.
give him
That
that.
was a touchdown and a
Yeah.
win. They would have won the game off of that.
Well, they would have scored. I don't know if he won. they would
probably
have
the
scored.
final
Good
score.
opportunity to
You
win.
know, Stafford was not sharp.
No,
He
not
was
at
not sharp.
all.
He should have
Now,
thrown 2 interceptions
I,
the first
I had 3.
two.
I had him
but
down for 3.
How much if it was
In the
just
first 2 plays.
the rain?
I'm thinking it was the short week plus the rain. Short week for him. He's an older guy. Threw
Yep.
it a lot versus Buffalo, and then it's raining. It's Thursday. I'll chalk it up to
The interview coming out of halftime, McVay mentioned the rain 2 or 3 times.
Yep.
That to me is telling because usually coaches don't like to offer up anything that can feel like an excuse.
Right. Yeah.
He went out of his way to mention, the rain's been a problem.
It was legit. Yeah, it came out of nowhere. It was wet, slick ball, slick ground. It didn't stay out there long enough to be a mutter type game. It was just one of those annoying wet days where the ball is just going all over the place.
Do you feel like it's that you feel better now because you won big? We had the 42-40 game or whatever the final score was, and then you had the 12-16, so you can win big or small.
I'm happy the defense stood up and made it stand up versus the Niners, a defensive struggle, because you're going to need both sides. You're going to need to score, like you're going to have shootouts at some point, and you're going to have to stop somebody. So I think you saw it. You saw both ends of the spectrum in less than 5 days. So if you talk about a team that's getting hot at the right time, it's the Rams right now.
Is that the reason Jorge called in sick today? Was it because the Niners lost to the Rams?
He didn't want to face us.
Yeah, that's
so
what
weak.
I thought.
Yeah,
that
so
is
weak.
So
Quitting seems to be a San Francisco thing right now.
Oh, it
really
is.
Yeah.
Big time.
Really?
But just to be clear,
I'm
Jorge was
really
sick
bummed.
yesterday.
I look at the standings and I'm disappointed for San Francisco because they're out of it.
No, you're
So
not.
disappointed.
No, you're not. Come on, no, you're
with
not.
a big smile on your face.
Yeah.
Would you guys pay Brock Purdy?
No, that's I was just looking at this. This is year 3, right?
Yes.
If I'm the Niners, I heard Dan Orlovsky say this once. He said, "Don't pay a good quarterback great money." He's a good quarterback.
Yes.
He would know.
But they are going to go through a bit of a they're going to have to do what the Rams did a couple of years ago where they cut loose some free agents and we can't keep this guy and this guy's against the cap and all that stuff. I wouldn't pay Brock Purdy.
I wouldn't pay him elite quarterback money either.
No, not elite. I would pay him decent money so you can say, like, hey, stay here. You got 4 years or whatever the deal is. Do really well, then we'll pay you.
What makes it tricky is, believe it or not, it is really hard to find a quarterback better than Purdy, much less one that's actually available for you.
Right.
Like he's in the upper 5 to 10th percentile.
No doubt.
Easily.
Yeah, but he's also, if you look at his career, he is on sort of a down. Like this is,
you think
they're
he's
not.
top 5?
They're not very. They're not very
Downturn.
good. No, this is a downturn this year. If you look at it, he's not playing as well this year as he did.
Sure,
the last couple.
Crazy injured on that team. Trent Williams has been in and out of the lineup, who was a very big part of that offensive line. You have no Brandon Ayuk at all.
So you'd pay him.
McCaffrey's
So
hurt.
you'd pay him.
So I'd pay him a decent. I'd pay him a decent amount of money. He in his first 2 years, he went to the NFC Championship game, and then he went to the Super Bowl the next year, and they got to the Super Bowl off of him.
They went, not him.
Yeah, but he still made enough plays. He
made
in the
a lot
playoffs.
of good throws.
He made a lot of good throws. He made a lot of good plays with his feet in the playoffs last year. Just because of what you can't look at it just off of this.
This
year.
has been a rough year for the Niners.
Yeah,
period.
they're
There's
so
a
injured.
lot.
But he's
so
come
sad
back to
for him.
earth some.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't have Brandon Ayuk, Debo's not playing the way he is. CMC's been out the entire time. You had good Jordan Mason, but he got injured too.
Injuries. I mean, everybody.
But
the Rams.
if you're not
the
gonna
Rams
have
start out
anything to
1-4 because of injuries. They didn't have Cooper Kupp or Puka Nacua. I mean, honestly, I think
and they lost without those two guys.
Brock Purdy is a solid B quarterback.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
And there's so many
and those guys get
solid
paid, those guys get paid
quarterbacks
decent
out there.
money.
Yeah, or you can sign somebody like Sam Darnold as a free agent.
I'd
this
rather
year
have
and
Purdy.
Really?
Than Darnold, 100%.
I would, if you gave me a choice right now, I would take Darnold over Purdy.
I don't see why you would do it. Sam Darnold was already in San Francisco with Kyle
Right.
Shanahan.
Well, that's a good point. He was already there with Shanahan, but Kevin O'Connell has fixed him and turned him into a player that's making an impact in the league.
Did he fix him, or did he fix him for Minnesota?
I will fix you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What is that song?
What?
I don't know.
A song called Coldplay. Yeah.
Sorry. By the way, it's the
that's
most depressing song.
But
Most
Darnold
Coldplay
versus
songs.
Purdy. Who would I rather have, Darnold or Purdy?
I think
wow.
the ceiling is higher with Darnold because
Why?
Because he's more athletic, he can run more.
You
Purdy
saw
can
what
move.
Purdy can move. I think Darnold can move more though.
Yeah.
If I had to choose
Purdy
between
can
the two,
move. Arm strength.
I would
may
go
have to go
Purdy.
with Donald or Darnold.
Darnold, yeah.
Darnold has
with
moved.
Darnold on that.
Purdy
Darnold
has
has
the better
moved
floor.
around.
I think Purdy, for the most part, feels
has
like
a
the swings are
higher
going to be
floor.
less wild. I think he's got the higher floor.
Wow.
I think Darnold has the higher ceiling.
Either one of them scare me on Sunday.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, not either one. They don't scare me on Sunday. They're
So
not
they
elite.
scare you if they're your quarterback.
Yeah, but playing against, there's no fear there. We can
have
get
seen.
to them. Yeah.
We have seen what Purdy can do in a 49er offense.
that's
when
clicking.
when healthy.
Yeah.
We've seen he's gone to the championship game and the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
In his first 2 years, Darnold has not done that, and he was on that team.
I didn't know you were such a Purdy honk.
Yeah,
No,
he is
I know.
I did not know that.
It's
He's
not
a
so much
big
a honk.
Mr. Irrelevant fan.
A lot of guys give him a lot of flack, and I don't understand.
Oh,
it
he's
because
not
I've
as
seen
bad as some people say
No,
he is.
exactly.
No, he's
People
not
just-
a terrible
No.
quarterback, but I think he's a slightly above average quarterback.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think
fair.
he's a great quarterback.
Sure, but a lot of quarterbacks in this league are not good. Period.
Brock
I'm a
Purdy-
Raider fan. I know.
Yeah, Brock Purdy or Trevor Lawrence?
Brock
Boy,
Purdy.
that's so.
It's terrifying that you're
By the
even
way,
asking. that.
Jacksonville
Yeah.
paid
Bad.
a good quarterback great
Elite money, right?
Yeah.
And then they're going to pay for it for years
Yeah,
to come.
and they got nothing.
Nothing, nada,
No.
and he may not be available after taking hits like that.
It is so cute, by the way. We haven't even brought this up. You two are twinning today.
I almost
Mason
wore-
Bergman are twinning today. They're both in their Dodger caps.
Go Dodgers!
Slightly
Go
different
blue.
embroidering.
Get
but
'em.
Yep.
same
I'm not
caps.
joking. I almost wore that exact same hoodie, and I decided not to.
You should have.
I didn't.
Travis was here. He'd be wearing the exact same thing, too.
Casual Friday
We
is
tripling.
always hoodie and a ball.
I like
ball
that.
cap.
100%.
Baseball
And this
Furies
is my
over there.
most comfortable hat now, so I wear it all the time.
It's just for the YouTube audience. Is going to be so cute.
By the way, we are so gonna do nothing but screw around today. So we are just. It's Friday. It's like
There you
anything
go.
goes.
Well,
It's
that
effing
comes
Friday.
up after Super Crosstalk,
Oh.
which was brought to you by In and Out.
Is
That's
that what a hamburger is all about?
Later.
Download the Prize Picks app. Use the promo code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Bronny. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
Timeout. Your body goals don't have an off season. GNC is ready to help you get a stronger start on the new year with help building more muscle and proven weight loss support. Need a boost? We're ready with GNC vitamins for your longest winter days. Want the best energy drinks? They're at GNC. Never tried creatine before? Get ready to be amazed. GNC coaches are ready to help you in stores everywhere, and you can shop our full collection of flavors and online exclusives at GNC.com. GNC, live well.
Max Bankman, I'm the new doctor.
Welcome aboard the Odyssey.
ABC Thursdays.
This ship is heaven. We're tending to our passengers' dreams.
I'm in. From 911 executive producer Ryan Murphy comes a splashy new drama on a luxury cruise ship with Joshua Jackson and Don Johnson.
It's your job to keep everyone alive.
She's in VFib. 1, 2, 3. Clear.
I have a pulse.
You're going to be okay. Dr. Odyssey. Thursdays, 9/8 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
That was such a sweet good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It was. That was a really nice one.
What do you want me to be like? Good afternoon.
Yeah,
The
good
whole
afternoon.
point of the good afternoon. Is
Oh, I
that
know what it
you're
means.
saying,
Yeah,
good
but,
afternoon.
But it's cute when you say it like that because you really know what it means.
Right.
Reverse psychology.
So, Brian, you're working a double today?
Yes, I am.
And how's that work for you? Were you on 6 hours now?
6.5.
6.5
until 3:30.
Did you save your best stuff for our show?
Oh, of course. Of
Okay,
course.
good.
Briones is a
As
quitter.
it should be.
Like his
Mason
team.
hates that when you use your good stuff on other
Correct.
shows.
Right, I
Save
know.
it all for here. Like you.
I
Go
wasn't
on
on the
another show, blabber whatever your hot take is going to be, then you come here and you go, we heard that before.
No hot takes.
Yeah.
You like the hot takes. I'm not a hot take giver. Ever.
Yes, I'm not a big
Of course
hot.
not.
Are you, no, you're a very hot take guy. So
I'm not
I
hot.
wanted to talk about the packages I sent yesterday. Gone. The ones
gone
I
for a good.
sent accidentally to my former business manager office instead of sending them to my house. Gone. Wow. Nobody can find them.
Huh.
Amazon can't
So
find
The
them?
tracking can't find
So
it?
disappointing. Tracking says they were delivered there.
Oh, I hate
but
that.
they weren't actually. Nobody was there to receive them, so I don't know if somebody walked off with them or they went to the wrong office or whatever it is. So now I got to start all over. I thought I had all my Christmas shopping done. Now I got to do more Christmas shopping.
That's a mess. So that's actually interesting. What do you do if you get sent a package from somebody like an ex or something like that? It's in your, it's to them, but it's your, like if you lived with somebody, let's say.
Well, I can tell you, like this happened for real. I don't want to name names, but I had delivered on my porch package with an unnamed logo, no logo, just a plain package. And I didn't notice right away that it was for somebody else. I open it. It is Viagra.
No!
Come on, name names.
So,
Please name
so
names.
now I go back.
Wow.
I'm like, I better look at the name on this package. And it was a person that was in the neighborhood.
Oh, is it the person across the street that you
Yes.
won't say off the... Oh, really? Wow.
And so
good for him.
So
that
the
person.
The question, and by the way, no,
I mean, duh. Hey,
no
yeah.
shame in it.
No,
Let her
absolutely
rip.
not.
But I will say that I didn't know how to give it back to the person. Because
You opened
the
it.
package
Here's
is
your Viagra.
open, and then you're basically saying, "Here's your Viagra. We got it delivered on our porch instead of yours." So you know what we did?
Threw it away?
Threw it away.
Oh, did
Okay, see,
you?
that's what I was going to ask you. So
Because I couldn't. I did not want to. There's really should not be any shame in taking a blue pill.
Well, no, if there's no shame in it, you should just give it back to them.
Yeah.
But I think you probably did what you're
I
supposed
did.
to do
I
there.
mean, otherwise I felt really bad.
So yesterday I went to my mailbox
Mm-hmm.
and my ex got delivered a letter to my house. She has not been living there for 4 or 5 years at
Got
this
it.
point. It was from the Superior Court.
Oh.
Oy.
What should I have done with that?
Return to sender.
Return to sender.
Mhm.
You write return to sender. You put it back in your or wherever you put
The
your
outgoing mail. Yep. Oh,
Why,
no.
did you open it?
I didn't open it.
Oh.
You trashed
Trashed
it,
it?
didn't you?
Not your problem.
It's like a totally legal court.
Yeah,
thing.
that's a whole thing.
Yeah.
He trashed
Was it a jury summons?
I don't know. No, it's not a jury summons. It just said Superior Court.
By the way, that's one of my goals
Yeah,
for
I threw it
2020.
away.
My goals for
Like,
2025.
you haven't been here 4 years. Get out of here.
I'd like to be on a jury in 2025.
Oh God, why?
To miss
Because I
work?
think because I think it'd be cool
It's
to be
not
on a
like
jury.
Civic duty?
Like especially a big case.
No.
Like a murder
I
case?
have never been. I don't know. I don't get jury summons like everybody else.
I get one every 4, 5, 6
Yeah,
years.
I haven't got one in a long time, and I'd like to be on a big time jury.
I forgot to check mine. I got one. You know how you're supposed to check on those days?
Yes, you
That's
are.
illegal.
Oh, I didn't do that.
What are we just acknowledging the
I
breaking
dumped
of
that.
laws today?
I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
But if you're going to do it, I know you like to take vacation, but if you get on a murder trial...
There's no vacation involved in that.
No, but if you
No.
go on a murder trial, you're basically leaving everything. You're going on...
But I have no choice. You're doing your civic duty, so if you have to go onto a jury, you have to go onto a jury
and miss work.
Yeah, but that's not the point of it. The point.
I
mean, I guess I could. I guess you could get called in and say no because there's nobody going to be able to do the Mason and Ireland show if I'm not there.
There's
Would
no
they
don't
accept-
care.
Would they accept that
No.
as an excuse? No.
No, it has to be like a medical reason, or you are not a citizen, or like you're not mentally
So you
competent.
need to have
documentation for you to miss.
documentation. Yeah.
You
So
always-
I would do it. I would welcome it.
You always say it. No Mason Ireland without Mason Ireland.
Absolutely
so no
right.
Mason.
So I had this weird idea last night.
Okay.
We should. Okay. And by the way, I never discuss these things in advance with anybody in power, including you, Bergman.
I'm afraid of what you're going to do.
Seriously.
But
Yep.
I think we should adopt a family for next week.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, I like that.
We should adopt a family and trick them out with like the food for Christmas and gifts and all
that's
that
great.
kind of stuff. But how do you? So I guess maybe the
Oh.
best way to do this is if you know a family that is struggling right now.
Do you do like adopt a family?
How do we?
Is there an adopt a
Just
family?
type in Google adopt a family, and there's adopt a family LA.
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably the best way to do it. Huh?
Yeah. So let's do that. Salvation Army does adopt a family, Southern California division.
Did you guys get like also internally that we do like the
Yes.
toys like on the other side?
Toys, and
toys
there's-
for you adopt kids and
There's
stuff.
also a senior home that they're working with.
Yeah, and then we had like an email. There was like, I love doing the teenagers. Like, oh well, that sounded weird. Adopting the teenager because a lot of the times people go for the little kid and they're like, oh, let's give them the toys, and
Right.
let's give them all the things, and they forget about the older kids.
Yeah.
So always like think about that when you're donating things too, because it's not just the babies and the toddlers.
Did you ever do the Santa Claus? So this is, I don't know if people know about this, but little kids will write a letter addressed to Santa Claus, and they will drop it into a mailbox.
Aw.
And the Postal Service actually keeps these letters, and you can take on one of these letters and give the kid all the gifts that they actually want. So, for example, I've got. Let me see. Here is
Lindsay was talking about it on the afternoon
Oh,
show the
did
other
she?
day. Yeah. So if you have some of those, we should do that. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, that would be a good one too. It's like little kids, right? Like, I want this and I want that, and mom and dad are this and they can't do that. Like that whole thing. So I think
Xbox
that's
360, or if that's even a thing anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that a
I
thing?
don't. It's like a
not.
PS5,
Brian,
right?
what is
They're
it?
like 4 past that, I think. Xbox One.
Xbox One. Okay, so
got
yeah.
it. Got it.
You dated yourself a little
Well,
bit.
I don't play video games anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey, the Rams. 8-6. I never doubted that this team.
Never.
Wait a minute. When they were 1-4, what was I saying?
You said they did it last year. They came back.
Correct.
I actually will give you credit
and
for
they
that.
did it again.
Yeah.
They're right back. And in fact, if you follow ESPN Bet and their analytics, the Rams are now favored to win the NFC West. They're a game behind Seattle, but Seattle has got Green Bay this weekend.
It's tough.
Very tough matchup. And the Rams have already beaten Seattle once, so they own a tiebreaker, although they will play last week of the season. But, Rams are 8 wins. I think 10 wins, you're probably a wild card. You got a shot at a wild card with 10 wins.
So the wild card is going to be tough because
or the division.
Yeah, the division. I think you were right the first time you said it. Where the division is where you're going to get it because Washington is the team that you can catch. The Rams can catch, but they have 8 wins already. So if they win 2, they don't have the hardest schedule. They do have the Cowboys and the Falcons. So there's a couple wins in there, and I think they have the Saints this weekend. That's a couple wins. So you're going for the division. That's really how you're going to get in.
But
the wild card's going to be tough.
Don't you think a wild card team is going to, if you got 10 wins, I think you're safely a wild card.
This year, I don't know if that's true.
The Commanders are like, they're at 5 losses right now, and the Rams are there at 6.
Right.
So I think if you win 2 more games, and they're going to finish now, let's see, Jets, Cardinals, and Seahawks is the final stretch of the season. If you win 2 of those, I think you're in.
Yeah, you want to win out, and I think winning out is actually very doable. It's not. This is not the same team that Arizona just boat raced in the beginning of the season.
No, that was a weird. That was such a weird game because we always own Arizona.
Right.
It was so weird to see us not win that game.
No Puka, no Cup. Your offensive line was in shambles. There was a lot of things going on back then.
Yeah. All right. Tell you what. Coming up next for you, I've got so many things on this page that I'm going to try to race through a bunch of stories. Plus, I want to talk about this concept of the Lakers, LeBron, and what Pelinka would do with a clean slate. We'll do that coming up for you, too. In the meantime, time to talk a little bit about Sleeper. Brian, did you hit on Sleeper last night?
That was rough. I mean, a bad offensive game, so no, I did not. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I had everybody over.
If you had
everybody
one
on the
touchdown,
more than last night and couldn't do it. But I've already got a ticket rolling for tonight. I'm going to do some Lakers. I've got Anthony Davis more than 26.5 because he's got to score. I've got Austin. Is Austin Reaves playing tonight? Is he back?
He should be playing. I don't think that
Is he back?
He's not.
I've got Wemby more than 3.5 threes and Zubats a double-double. That pays 17 times my money.
Austin Reaves is probable.
Probable. Okay, good. So he's back tonight. That'll make a difference with LeBron out and Austin Reaves back. If you want to have more fun watching the NBA, try playing Sleeper Picks. Just download the Sleeper app today. Pick more or less on at least 2 players' projected stats, points, rebounds, assists, and more. If you're right, you can win up to $100. Let me try that again. You can win up to 100 times your cash. For a limited time, Sleeper is a special offer new users. Just have to play $5 and you get $55 in free entries. Download the Sleeper app today. Use code 710. You get $55 in free entries when you play $5. That's 710 is the code. Download the Sleeper app today. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and there's extensive water damage. This is when it can feel as though your relationship with your insurance has become an abusive one. They don't agree that you need a replacement living arrangement, despite it being glaringly obvious. Then, the insurance adjuster leaves you hanging. You feel abandoned with a home that is no longer livable, and you now have no other choice than to use the insurance contractor to make repairs, which includes their brazen attempt at lowballing the estimate. Okay, so here's what you do. You take a deep breath, then you call Avner Gatt. They're one of California's largest public adjusting firms, and trust me, size does matter in this case because Avner Gatt has experienced it all. Insurance companies can make you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope in getting your home back together. Avner Gatt knows exactly how to handle these situations. Not only do they have extensive knowledge on how to handle your dilemma, but they remain passionate about helping people. It's why Avner and his family continue to take the calls themselves at Avner Gatt Inc. They cover all of Southern California, and if I haven't convinced you with all of these truth bombs thus far, just check out what seems to be a never-ending stream of 5-star reviews on Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. So, whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is at home, call Avner Gatt today, 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256, and you can go online to avnergatt.com.
Bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, crowd rocking for Rotolo Chevrolet's top hitter, Mike Capozio. He's facing off with the Bulldog, and these two have quite the history. Here's the pitch. Oh, and he got all of it. That ball is out of here like a red Corvette, and it's going, and going, and going.
Yes! Dad, are you having that dream again?
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
Inspired by Southern California's laid-back yet active lifestyle, Travis Matthew creates premium men's and women's apparel designed to make you look and feel your best no matter the activity. Now, Travis Matthew brings that same style to USC fans with their first ever collegiate collaboration. Designed with the iconic Cardinal and Gold, this collection carries the tradition and legacy of USC. Gear up for game days in style. New customers get 20% off their first order with code 710 at travismatthew.com. That's code 710. Offer valid online only.
Transform your home into a smart sanctuary with Mir Audio Video. For over 40 years, Mir's been the trusted experts in smart home technology as an authorized dealer for Crestron, Control4, Lutron. Don't settle for less. Choose the best with Mir Audio Video. Visit the showroom at 2040 Westwood Boulevard or give them a call, 310-234-4010. You can also check them out online at MirAudioVideo.com. Mir Audio Video, where your smart home dreams come true.
Hey folks, when it comes to Christmas trees, don't get played by foreign plastic. Just like you wouldn't replace a prize QB with a mannequin. Don't replace American Farm Fresh trees with fake foreign plastic. These farm families are the MVPs of Christmas, growing champions right here on American soil. They're not sitting on the bench. They're out there every day growing real Christmas traditions. Make the winning choice, Farm Fresh Christmas trees, not foreign plastic that pollutes. Visit GetRealKeepItReal.com to find your local farm MVP.
Not sure how much you know about Progressive Insurance. You may know us for insuring your home and auto. You may know a couple of our commercials. But what you may not know is that since 2013, Progressive has been honoring veterans with vehicle donations through the annual Keys to Progress Veteran Vehicle Giveaway Program, giving back to those who gave so much. Now, you probably didn't wake up today saying, I really wish I knew more about Progressive Insurance, but this seemed like the type of thing people would mind hearing about. Find out more about how we're dedicated to our customers and communities at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason and Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
A win is a win.
It's a win.
It's a win. Rams last night, ugly game. I believe both teams were dramatically affected by the weather. Andy said, and he pointed out a little bit earlier, that McVay mentioned it 2-3 times in his halftime conversation, and it was a mess out there. I've never had any doubt in Josh Carty, not one bit at all, and sure enough, for 4 for 4 last night.
You never talked to Sean McVay or Les Snead about whether or not they trust him at all, or anything like that. That's never happened.
I should smack you right now.
Yeah. He should smack you right now. But you know who I feel bad for? Anybody in their fantasy playoffs that played anybody from the Rams or the 49ers.
Yeah.
It was so bad. Unless you had Puka Nacua or Kyron Williams, you're screwed.
Although I had Puka, he only got me 4 points.
Only 4 points?
Yeah.
Why?
You know how my league works. It's
your
lower.
league is stupid.
My scoring. I would argue that our league is better than yours.
No, I would argue that
my
your
league is better
sucks.
than everybody's. Why?
Because we want more scoring.
No, but I want scoring that's somewhat representative of what a football game looks like. My score they're high, but I think I won 75-45.
That's not a football game.
No, but it's closer than
a college basketball game.
160 to 120 is like you guys.
I want points.
Too much.
I'm not an actual player on the field. I want points.
Too much.
You're just trying to say that you're trying to protect the league. The league's terrible.
Protect the league?
The league. Your league you're in.
There's no shield.
Defend.
I'm not trying
you're
to
just
protect
defending the league
shield
for
of
no
my
reason,
fantasy
because
football
that league
league.
sucks.
On that note, though, I did have Cooper Kupp sucked.
Zero.
Cooper Kupp.
Goose egg. Come on now.
Boy, that's rough.
First week of the playoffs, too. Come on.
Oh, was it? Yeah, is it? Yeah.
If you had Stafford, you're screwed. If you had Purdy, you're done.
Yep.
If you had Debo, it is bad out there.
Yeah, that's bad. Last night was a rough night for, and this is the first week of
fantasy
playoffs.
football playoffs. Yeah.
So, by the way, that guy last night who quit right in the middle of that game, the linebacker Devondre Campbell, refused to go into the game in the third quarter after Dre Greenlaw was injured, and everybody went ballistic on this last night. Shanahan, multiple players. Today I was watching the Get Up. Guys, Ryan Clark, guys like that were just crazed over this, and for good reason. He has been released.
As he should have been.
As he should have been, yeah.
How are you a professional player and not a team player? You could have gone into that game in the third quarter when Greenlaw went out and actually affected the game and actually made big plays, which you were there for the first 13 games of the season. I just don't understand what he's doing or how he's going to get another job.
It wasn't as high profile as Antonio Brown, since he did it right in the middle of the game, took his jersey off and stormed off the field. But this is like the next closest thing, basically saying, yeah, coach, I'm not going in because you brought back Greenlaw and my spot is gone and I haven't prepared this week and it's cold and it's raining and I just don't want to play.
Yeah, it's Dre Greenlaw, who is a very good player, and they've been waiting for him all season long. He finally comes back. You're going to be sat down.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Greenlaw's a very good player. So,
and then when Greenlaw gets hurt, you're like, step right back in. Pick up where you left. No, I'm out. I'm done.
It wasn't like it was just some random, seventh-round pick that they picked up and just thrown in there.
It was Dre Greenlaw.
It was a big-time player.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense to me.
All right, so I wanted to talk a little bit. We've obviously been on this. Bergman's filling in for Ireland today. Brian's here. Laura's here. John, I think, is going to join us a little bit later on from Minnesota. But I guess we've talked a lot about the idea of the Lakers without LeBron James on the roster. And the only way that happens, as we've made clear over and over again, is if LeBron were to ask for a trade.
Sure.
And we have no reason to believe that he's going to.
Nope.
He's likely to be here for this year and, by the way, for next year as well. He's got a player option for next year, so we likely have LeBron for 2 more years. But I guess my question is, even in a world without LeBron, do you trust Rob Pelinka to put together a roster here? In other words, to be the leader of a rebuild, which eventually, whether it's if LeBron were to leave this year or next year or his career winds up and it's the year after, do you feel comfortable with Rob Pelinka being that guy?
So on the surface, I would say no because of what we've seen so far from Rob Pelinka over his time as the GM and president of basketball relations, everything that he is.
Sure.
I would say no. But then you have to think about it a little bit further. Was that all him or was that all Clutch and LeBron James making those decisions? So if it's LeBron making all the decisions, which it has been since the day Rob Pelinka was hired as the GM or the PBO of the Lakers, at that point, I almost want to see what he can do without having Clutch, without having LeBron being an influence on what goes down. Because I don't think he makes the move for Russell Westbrook without.
That is LeBron, and that is AD, and that is Rich Paul pushing that Westbrook deal, which was a disaster. Now, we don't know if Pelinka may have said in a vacuum, Pelinka may have said, absolutely not. That's a terrible trade.
Sure.
Russell Westbrook doesn't fit. But it doesn't matter because LeBron and AD and Rich Paul had sway at the moment, and that's who those guys wanted, and that's who he traded for. So you can say, oh, the Westbrook trade, look at that. He shouldn't be the guy to rebuild. No, he had that shoved down his throat.
Right, and if you remember, originally the deal was almost, I think, done that they were going to get Buddy Hield from Sacramento. That was going to be the deal that was going to happen.
See,
for
I feel
KCP
like that's happened a couple of
Kuzma.
times now. Yeah,
yeah. So that was going to be the deal, and who knows what that deal looks like now if that was the one they actually did. You also keep Caruso probably instead of THT because THT, Clutch. They didn't want.
That's right.
They wanted to move on from Caruso because you had to pick one or the other. I just feel like the moves that he wanted to make may have been different than what LeBron wanted him to make. So if you look at it that way, maybe he does kind of know what he's doing. We just don't know
Well, wait a
yet.
minute. I'll tell you, there are certain aspects of the way the organization runs that I'm very happy with. Scouting and player development,
Sure.
I'm actually very happy with.
Second-round picks have usually worked out.
They get these guys to pay off, and
Reaves,
good for them,
Caruso,
find
all that
undrafted
stuff, yeah.
free agents, etc. Now, this is what Dave McMenamin says today. He says, dating back to last season's trade deadline, the Lakers front office has been met with more closed doors when canvassing the league for trade opportunities. It's hard to tell whether that is because the Lakers roster is seen as undesirable by other teams or because of LA's reluctance to offer future draft picks and compromise its post-LeBron future, or because the CBA has limited activity with teams either already stuck above the second apron or dreadfully avoiding it. The Lakers will consider adding front court depth behind Anthony Davis and Jackson Hayes. They consider that a priority. Wood has yet to play this season, Christian Wood that is, and two-way center Christian Coloco is a development project. So it sounds like one of two things is going on. Either people don't want to make a deal with the Lakers because they don't have good stuff, or they don't want to make a deal with the Lakers because they don't want to help the Lakers.
That's
the proverbial Lakers tax that we talk about.
Yeah, and the Lakers tax is a real thing, but also who on this team, if you were a team that is a contending team, who would you want on this roster?
Yeah, I mean, it's a fair point.
You know who you'd want? You'd want Austin Reaves.
Austin Reaves.
And they're not moving off of Austin Reaves. He has a good contract. He's a good player. He's still developing. It's just not happening. You might want Dalton Connect. That's a guy that we all like right now. Just you're like, oh, you finally made a good decision.
Right.
And I do like the fact that they're not willing to give up those extra first-round picks.
Well, but I mean,
if
you're going to improve the roster, you absolutely have to do that. You must do. If you're going to make a mid-season move, whether it's to acquire a big or a point guard or a guy who you feel good about being the sixth man, whatever that is, you have got to be willing to move those picks. And I believe that by the time we get toward the trade deadline, they will move those picks.
So, yes, they probably will, but that's all to maximize LeBron. I hate that it's coming back to this LeBron conversation, but it kind of has to, because I was looking through all the moves that Rob Pelinka has made in the time that he's been here. One of the ones that really sticks out is that in 2020, they drafted Jaden McDaniels with the 28th pick in the first round.
Right.
Jaden McDaniels is the type of player that the Lakers could really use, a defensive wing that can actually guard the three-point line and be a good defensive player for this team. They moved on from him because they traded Danny Green and McDaniels for Dennis Schroeder to try to help maximize LeBron and get the ball in LeBron's hands, because they were not patient to let him become who he is now.
Okay, but so in a world where we know LeBron is here this year and next year, maximizing LeBron means trying to put together a team that can win in the next 2 years. So I don't think it's an either or. Like I think you move those picks to improve the roster. It's not necessarily to maximize LeBron, because LeBron is going to be here this year and next no matter what.
Right. Wouldn't you move those picks after LeBron is gone to help maximize the roster that you have? Because those are still valuable picks, because there is no LeBron on the roster.
Right.
So those picks will be, you would think,
But
at
you're
that
talking
point,
2 years down the line. Are you willing to suffer through this for 2 years? Well, I shouldn't say scuffle through the next couple of years.
Sure. I think that we've talked about this many times, but yes, I would, because I want to see a plan for the future. We talked about this off the air the other day. But it's like Sam Presti is doing such a great job. I know you don't have the same situation in Oklahoma City and Los Angeles, but what Sam Presti is doing in OKC is pretty amazing. He has one of the top teams in the league. He still has a ton of draft picks, and he's under the cap, so he's getting money from all the other teams.
He is a state-of-the-art general manager. There's no question about it.
So if you can do something similar to that and start to build a team that the city of Los Angeles can really get behind, I think they will. I think the city of Los Angeles doesn't want to stick into what they're just. There's like, okay, we're just going to stay here in the middle. We're going to be an 8th seed
but here's the
or
thing.
a 10th seed every single year.
I don't know if Laker fans would stomach all the losing that Sam Presti did to get to this particular spot in the history of the franchise. They're in a great spot. They've got all the draft picks. They've got the best team in the league. But they went through a lot of bad seasons, 22 wins, 24 wins.
Yeah.
I mean, they went through terrible times.
Totally
and
get it.
I don't think Laker fans are willing to suffer through a 22-win season.
I think if they know what the plan is, that they would be willing to suffer through it for a little bit. Remember, you talk about it all the time. Those 6 years, we suffered through those 6 years.
Correct.
But I'll tell you
They
this.
were terrible.
They were terrible. But a large portion, I won't say everybody, a large portion of Los Angeles said, we love our baby Lakers.
I think that's
because you're
ridiculous.
building up.
I think that's ridiculous.
And then you move them for Anthony Davis, and you won a championship. So you have to build to then, if you want to move to get the star driven town,
but
you
I'll
can
tell
still
you
get
what,
there.
20 wins and the baby, if we had a brand new baby Lakers 2 and they won 22 games, we would all complain about it.
I think we can play it on the air, but we would know what's happening. And you also have your draft picks. Then you can trade those draft picks for, say, somebody like when Anthony Edwards comes up or when Luka Doncic comes up.
Yeah, I think
those types of guys will come up eventually, and you can try to go after them.
Yeah, I am of the belief that you've got to make a trade this year, even with LeBron not going anywhere. LeBron's going to be here. AD is going to be here. I want this team to be more competitive, and the only way that happens is by using draft picks or a draft pick or two. They only have two to acquire some player who's going to make a difference in the short term.
Yeah.
You've got to have a short-term and a long-term vision.
Absolutely.
And right now, the short-term vision is LeBron. The long-term vision is let's try to rebuild with another group of players. I just don't think we're there yet, and I don't want to suffer through two miserable seasons.
So I understand it, but I don't see the whole board. I don't see the Rob.
You don't
Pelinka
see the whole board. There's a whole board,
right? But I don't see, if you look out into the structure of the NBA, I don't see a player or multiple players that can come to this team with what we have for this year to be contenders. It's not Christian Wood.
No, it's not. No, I mean, we have Christian Wood. I'm talking
he wasn't
about,
great last year.
Yeah, no, he's a guy. Some of the names that are out there. I mean, okay, so look at Washington's roster.
Sure, they're not good.
They're not good at all. They're miserable.
Bad.
So everybody on that roster is available. Wouldn't Kyle Kuzma make sense coming back?
I don't think so.
I do.
Why? Because he was here before.
Because he becomes he becomes a legit third option. He becomes down the stretch with us, he started to play some defense. What about? Yeah, no. I mean, isn't he scoring 18 points a game?
But also he's hurt right now. He's only played 12 games, but from 3-point range, which is a big part of what we would want.
Sure,
27.6%. Last year, in one of his bigger years, he was 33% from
Correct.
3-point range. That's not a player you want. And I never thought he was a great defender.
No, I thought
a good defender.
I thought he improved as a defender.
Okay, so he went from being a bad defender to a mid defender.
Jonas Valanciunas from that same roster.
Sure, I would take Jonas Valanciunas. I want to have another big like we had before.
Right. I mean, they're.
But do those two moves automatically make you a contender?
Well, no, but I think there are lots of players that are going to change teams here, and I think you're in a position because you've got LeBron and because you've got AD, you've got to tinker around the edges. You got to add a shooter, or a point guard, or a big. You've got to supplement this team in some way because the realistic scenario is that LeBron's not going anywhere for 2 years.
Yeah,
so we can sit here and say every day, "Oh, rebuild, get rid of LeBron, rebuild." It's not going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen either. But as I look around all these moves you're talking about, I still don't think.
Well, we don't know
he's tinkering around the edges for the last few years. Actually, hasn't done anything.
We don't.
It's not
well,
going
first
to.
of all, they did not tinker around the edges at all from last year's
They made
team.
no moves.
They brought the exact same team back, so there was not even any tinkering this last year.
Yeah.
And by the way, the thing that's I find the most, and we'll,
we've probably got.
We'll do the wheel of questions coming up.
Is she yelling in your ear? She yelled in my ear.
No, she actually didn't yell in mine.
I didn't yell, but I was like, break.
Yeah, we're
a
little late.
She's trying to be a good producer, and you are a good producer.
Yes. All right, so we'll spin the wheel of questions coming up next, and you'll get a chance to talk about this after 1 o'clock today in Sports Graffiti. So we'll do that coming up too. Hey, you have never, ever, ever experienced anything quite like COSM. I've been there. Laura's been there. Brian's been there. Bergman. your reaction to, I mean, I try to summarize or describe what it is every day, and it's hard.
So Cosm is absolutely unbelievable because it does feel like you're right courtside. You're right behind the scorer's table. So at times, a ref will walk in front and block your view like you would be if you were at the game. You feel like you're right on the sidelines. It's amazing.
This is NBA action in immersive shared reality. So every play comes to life on an immense 8K wraparound display. And you can go courtside this holiday season. How about this for a gift? This would be a fantastic gift. You can use our exclusive discount code ESPNLA and get 20% off any NBA event in December. Again, use discount code ESPNLA for 20% off any NBA event in December. Get your tickets right now at Cosm.com. That's COSM. Cosm.com. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL. realfathersrights.com/710 or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights. The Father's Rights Attorneys.
Gear up and get out to Kelsey's at Pachanga, the top spot in the Temecula Valley to watch all the Monday Night Football action. Dozens of TVs means all your favorite games, plus a M&F food menu fit for the greatest fans. Sliders, loaded tater tots, pulled pork pizza, and a lot more. Plus, you'll find beers on tap and incredible craft cocktails at Kelsey's. Visit Pachanga.com and follow at Pachanga Casino on Instagram for info about special and exclusive NFL team appearances. We'll see you at Kelsey's at Pachanga.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Leaving for the gym so early?
I'm ready to go.
Since you started taking Nugenix Total T, you've been acting like when we met in our 20s.
I feel like myself again. Lower testosterone after turning 40 slowed me down. Nugenix Total T has been a game changer for me.
What is it about Nugenix Total T that's different?
It's a key ingredient called Tesnor. It boosts free and total testosterone to help you get back the drive and energy from your youth. Total T is backed by 5 clinical studies.
I've seen the huge difference it's made for you in the gym, at work, and in the bedroom.
I'm so glad I sent them a text for my complimentary bottle. Text LION to 321321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Nugenix is the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now, and we'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text LION to 321321. That's LION to 321321.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
Let me see. Luke, what do you think?
I love that drop.
Hard to make
I
Luke
actually
happy.
love that drop.
It's a good drop.
All right, so I'm surprised this landed here, but, here we are. I won't say no names because
Okay.
this touches people. And
Just say the name.
Yeah, say the
around
name.
here. So anyways, I want to know, if this happened to you, how would you react? So somebody was offered sweet tickets to a game that I know they would very much enjoy.
Yep.
But they are already going to the game with 2 other people, so there's 3 in total, and the sweet tickets were only for 2 people. So that person said, you know what, I'm going to have to pass. I can't leave one person out, which very admirable. I think it's very cool.
Yes.
But if you were in that situation and you knew you had to pick one person because you're going to you're going to take the sweet tickets.
Okay.
And it's let's just say a girlfriend, fiance, or wife, his brothers.
Okay.
Which one would you pick? Like, how do you make that decision of who you take to the suite?
So, okay.
I'm trying not to say names.
I mean, just
is this right here?
It's
It's
Brian,
Brian.
Okay, but well, I
we
don't
don't
know.
have to. It's not like the witness protection program.
I don't
It's
know
Brian.
who listens and like why he's gonna get in trouble. We don't know his
So,
household
Brian,
life.
describe
You don't
your-
know my life.
Yeah, you don't know
Describe
his
your
life.
situation exactly with this game on Sunday.
So, talking with Allison's brother, so my soon-to-be brother-in-laws, two of them, and they were like, "Oh, you doing anything Sunday? You want to go to a Charger game?" As a wedding gift kind of deal.
Okay.
And I was like, "Oh, sure." So this morning, got the tickets this morning, got the parking, all that good stuff. So I'm going to the game. Then Greg asked, "Oh, got a couple sweet tickets, but only 2."
Oh.
So I was like, "Oh, I don't know. That's tough."
So you've already got tickets.
I've already got 3 tickets.
3 tickets.
We got 3 tickets, and there's a group of 3 of us.
And he's offered sweet tickets.
I got offered 2 Chargers sweet tickets that there's no chance I'm using.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're doing the right thing by sticking with You can't ice a brother-in-law. It's just not like.
But how do you choose if you had to? That was my question.
Democratic
I guess
way
I chose
is rock, paper, scissors.
So I would go, do you like one more than the other?
Oh, look at you, Greg.
No, I'd say both.
You like them equally?
Right, yeah, exactly.
Like
Good
you
answer.
get along better, have better conversation with one than the other. Are they twins?
No, but they are very similar. So
Very
they
similar.
are
Oh, they're
practically
young.
twins. They're like 4 years apart.
I got to be honest, Brian. I think you're doing the only thing you can do. I don't think there is any way you can say, sorry, Allison's brother.
right.
I'm taking the other brother, and you're staying home. No, you got 3 tickets. You go. Where are the seats? How are the seats?
I'm not sure. I've just been told they're great seats.
Okay,
too.
good.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah,
Good.
Oh, so
Awesome.
the great seats. Okay,
Right.
because then I was going to say, is it weird if I ask this person that asked me about it, like, hey, I have somebody, but they need 3, so I can't take them. And what if he comes back and says, oh, I can give you 3?
Oh.
Where's the suite?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Is it upstairs, downstairs?
I don't know.
Field?
I don't know.
Owner's level? Suite A?
Owner's
I'm going to just stick
level?
with the
I don't know.
Yeah, don't know.
I have no idea
So
what it is.
I would take bird in the hand then. You know where these seats are.
No,
or
he doesn't.
He
He's
doesn't.
told they've
Right,
been
right.
very good seats.
But good seats to you versus good seats to somebody else, very different.
Would you text one of the brothers and say, I have a possibility at sweet tickets. Would you want those over your tickets?
Has somebody already paid for these tickets?
They are, yes.
Yeah,
They're bought
He can
today,
sell
yeah.
them. He can sell them
I
on the
guess you
secondary
can.
market.
Right.
I mean, no one will buy them because it's the Chargers.
It's a
but-
Chargers
Chargers
ticket,
bucks,
so yeah.
Well,
I've never been to a Chargers game. I don't know what the environment's like inside there, but
I've only ever been preseason.
But I will tell you that if given a choice between a good seat and a spot in a suite, I take the good seat.
Yeah, you take the good seat.
Take the good seat.
Yeah.
You're sitting in the stadium is the way to go. When you're in a suite, it's on TV. There's some food and stuff around there, but then there's not a
Drinks.
lot of space for watching. There is booze there,
There is
generally
booze.
speaking.
That is nice.
You can watch the game.
You can, but it's just not. When you go to a suite, your main purpose is to schmooze and not to watch the game.
we go to schmooze. They'd be going to watch the game. Like, we go there to help with partners and talk to MCs and do different things.
sure.
Him and the brothers-in-laws.
For watching the game.
Brothers-in-law.
Brothers-in-law will be watching the game. So it's okay to go to a suite.
Yeah, I'd take seats.
I
take
I like
over
seats better,
suites.
too, personally.
I agree, but my question was, if you had to choose, how do you do that?
Yeah,
You
the
know,
one
you
you like
guys
better.
didn't.
Yeah, the one
but
you like
I
better.
also have something to say. Rock paper scissors. Okay, I like when I went to the World Series. Like Christian and I had separate tickets because that's what we were able to get. I had a really good seat. His seat was like, it wasn't bad, but you know, I had a really good seat, a decent seat. But the environment around me was kind of weird. Like the people around me, like next to me, were sus.
Yeah.
So I ended up going. Not that the seats were bad, but they were way higher than where I was because the environment was better. And you know, I was hanging out with Greg and with Gene and like all of us were together.
That's
Good
fun.
environment, yeah.
And I prefer the environment over, sometimes you have a good seat, but the people around you are kind of sus, where I prefer a higher seat or something that's not great, though we had good seats, versus, you know, getting a good seat and a bad environment.
We had a great time at that game.
Yeah,
That
we
was so much
did.
fun. By the
I
way-
lost my voice.
Yeah, so did I. By the way, Mark Kate says, give up both and watch the game at Cosm.
There you go.
There you
Well,
go.
they already got seats, though.
Yeah, there you go. You basically, it's better than any seat you're going to get at
Field
the
level, baby.
stadium,
That's
right?
right.
The field level. Exactly right. Thank you, Mark Cates. All right, coming up next for you, going to do some sports graffiti. Now, that means, you know, we touched on it, the idea of a trust level for Rob Pelinka when it does come time to rebuild the Lakers. We're not there unless LeBron asks for a trade. But do you have confidence in Rob Pelinka is a fair question. And by the way, he's going to make some deal here in the next month or so. So
maybe,
you know, do you trust him on that move? And do you have an idea for a move? Also, Rams win last night. They're 8-6. They're favored now to win the NFC West. That's what I'm talking about. It was a sloppy and ugly win last night, but they were able to do it. And then the big thing that I wanted to bring up, too, is that, you know those drones over New Jersey?
Yeah.
So I was watching the news last night. I was watching Channel 11.
Okay.
They had a story about the same drones flying over San Bernardino.
Wait, the same ones from New Jersey?
They look the same. If the close-ups of the drones in New Jersey look exactly like the close-ups of the drones in San Bernardino.
I don't understand why they would go over New Jersey or San Bernardino. I don't know what's in San Bernardino.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either.
And that's not happening right now. And I don't know what's in New Jersey besides Snooki.
Yeah,
and the poof.
Exactly. No,
there's a lot in San Bernardino,
does
man.
anybody have any theory? The FAA says we don't know. The Homeland
CNN,
Security says we don't know.
frustration, rise of
Right.
the drones.
The drones are everywhere. And by the way, these are not like little, off-the-shelf drones. Apparently, these drones are like as big as a car.
I didn't even know they made drones as big of a car.
Car-sized drones over San Bernardino. Do you have any idea what's going on? 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-ESPN. Tee up some phone calls for us, and then Matthew Berry's going to join us at 1:15. Mason in Ireland, Bergman in for John, 710 ESPN.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station. The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
I love opening gifts for myself because, I really get me. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Gift a Day giveaway. 15 days, 15 gifts. Earn 500 points on your rewards card and get that day's great gift. Now till the 20th.
Number 2.
The Hilarious, Just Hilarious. Live January 11th.
And the number 1 reason.
It's the holidays. It's Morongo. It's good times.
Morongo. Good times.
Inspired by Southern California's laid-back yet active lifestyle, Travis Matthew creates premium men's and women's apparel designed to make you look and feel your best no matter the activity. Now, Travis Matthew brings that same style to USC fans with their first ever collegiate collaboration. Designed with the iconic Cardinal and Gold, this collection carries the tradition and legacy of USC. Gear up for game days in style. New customers get 20% off their first order with code 710 at travismatthew.com. That's code 710. Offer valid online only.
Are you looking for a game day gift this holiday season, Lakers fans? We've got the latest collection of items to add to your closet this holiday season. Head over to LakersStore.com and snag a jersey, tee, hat, and more to rep the purple and gold. We've got the whole family covered with styles for mom, dad, kids, and babies too. Rep the purple and gold in style. Check out LakersStore.com. That's LakersStore.com. Let's go Lake Show.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
It is Mason in Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason in Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason in Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
All right, going to do some sports graffiti here.
I said I should smack you right now.
Let's do it. 877-710-ESPN. Whatever you got's fair. 20, 30 seconds to say whatever you want to say. Let's start out with Brent. Brent, you're on sports graffiti. Go ahead, Brent.
How you doing, Mason?
Great, man.
Hey, just really quick, I'm really happy that Laura's back. You know, she's been a missed asset to the station.
Yep, I
And,
agree.
also, I want you to know, you guys have helped keep me sober the last 2 years.
Oh, that's awesome.
I appreciate your, your help and your mental health. Like, dude, you've helped me so much.
Oh, that's
And
nice to hear, man.
I just received my last 2 years. Yeah, I'm really thankful for that.
Good for you,
And,
man.
Thank you so much. I'm thankful to be here, but really quick, hold on. Let's not take away from that. So, LeBron, we have to remember that he was just at the Olympics. Like, he's tired. He's old. Like, it's a lot going on, man. Just give him a chance. We're going to be there in the finals at the end. We're going to be in the playoffs. It's all good.
All right, Brent, I love your attitude. I love the idea of being in the finals and in the playoffs. Now, I'll say about LeBron in the Olympics. He averaged, I think, 22 minutes or 23 minutes a game. But there's no question that playing all summer clearly has taken some kind of toll.
Caught up to him.
And it is caught up to him. He's not a young guy anymore. And so he didn't bounce back from that play. Now, he's going through a stretch where he's got basically 10 days off.
Yeah, he's got a lot of time off. So if he can come back and play at a high level again,
Yeah.
great.
By the way,
and
and
not
he-
turn the ball over.
He will not play tonight. He's out for tonight with a foot injury. Let's go to John. John, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, John.
He was singing. What were you singing?
What were you singing, John?
I was singing the carnival songs because that's what the Lakers have become. It's a freaking carnival. You got LeBron James. Come see LeBron break the scoring record. Come see LeBron.
Oh, he was doing so well, too.
Championships.
Oh,
there you go.
And LeBron, the best thing for him is to go to Golden State. This team is not going to win a championship. As far as Rob Pelinka, he is the bottom of the barrel GM. Look at the game that we just saw. 3 guys, okay, the instant player. Brooke Lopez, okay, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Franz Wagner, all ex-Lakers. They kicked them all to the curb. And how would those 3 guys look on the Lakers right now? How would Gary Payton Jr. look on the Lakers right now? How would Larry Nance Jr. look on the Lakers right now? Rob Pelinka does not know how to evaluate talent.
Okay, got it. Now, just as a point, want to jump in there. That's Mo Wagner that
Not
was with,
Franz.
and now Mo is playing with Franz down in Orlando. But we didn't have Franz Wagner.
And also,
who's great.
Yeah, he is very much so. We also don't know how much of that was Pelinka and how much of that was on Clutch.
That is the problem.
It's
Who gets the credit, who gets the blame is very difficult in the way this team is structured right now because Clutch is so involved and LeBron is so involved. And Pelinka, as Ireland will point out, they view this as a partnership.
Right.
So it's really not Rob by himself. It's the partnership is deciding what is next for the team.
I doubt that if it was up to Rob, he's going to trade Ivica Zubac for Mike Muscala.
Right.
I'm sure LeBron said, hey, I need a three-point shooter. Muscala's shooting well.
Yeah.
Go get that guy.
And Zubac has been there ever since and playing well. JJ, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, JJ.
You guys hit it right on the dot. We need to get rid of the virus. That's Clutch Sports. Get rid of Pelinka after because he doesn't have a backbone. Trade Braun, trade AD, start the rebuild process right now. And honestly, Jeannie has to find someone to sell the team to. It hasn't been serious. I feel like someone else who could take control and just be a little bit more serious about this team and winning. That'd be great. Also, Base, you mentioned about the drones.
Yeah.
One thing I learned about the government in the last 5-6 years is not to trust them. So those drones, probably someone in their house flying those things over, orchestrated by the government, just to, get some, get some stuff done.
Let's
in the
introduce some paranoia to the world. Absolutely. The
Right.
government's flying the drones. I want to say this about Jeannie Buss. I think Jeannie Buss, and you can say, well, it's not a big corporation or a hedge fund or whatever. Look, they have one of the highest payrolls in the. It's not like they're not spending money. And that's all at the end of the day you can do. You hire people, you put them in position, and you let them do what they need to do and use their judgment. But I think in the end, I don't put this on Jeannie Buss. Jeannie Buss has hired people, empowered people. Now you can say we are in business with Clutch. And unwinding that relationship when all this is over is going to be valuable, I think, for rebuilding. But as of right now, these, the organization and Clutch go hand in hand.
Yeah, they're connected, and you're always going to be somewhat connected because there's players like AD that are Clutch clients.
Yeah.
There are other Clutch clients that you're going to want to work with, so you're not going to just destroy the relationship.
No.
But if you're not under the somewhat control of Clutch, that would make more sense.
Let me see. We're going to do some Matthew Berry coming up, but I want to get to a couple of more. Let's go to Luis. Luis, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Luis.
Hey, Mace, I just want to say you guys hit it right on the nail. The Lakers are pretty much tied down. You don't want to disappoint LeBron in any kind of way. The publicity that it will create, whether you want to help it and it doesn't work out, whether you want to help the team and it still works out, Clutch is so involved. You disappoint LeBron, it's going to be all over the headlines. All the other players feel like they have to feel LeBron's way. Just think about last season when LeBron wasn't playing and how free the ball just flowed with everybody just balling. No LeBron, no pressure, even on the court, besides outside the court.
All right, thanks for the call. Yeah, there's no question. I mean, if you're being honest, the ball gets very sticky when LeBron James is on the floor. His usage rate is up this year. His plus-minus number, I think, is minus 100 plus. And put that in perspective. Nikola Jokic's number is plus 600, and LeBron's is minus 100. I'm just ballparking it, but that's basically the difference between the two and the success of their team while they are on the floor.
I would love to see what Jokic's off-court numbers are. It's probably like minus massive number.
Right. In other words, Denver without Jokic,
way down. They're losing. So that's okay.
All right, so let's call it on Sports Graffiti, and let's keep the phones open because Matthew Berry is coming up next, the talented Mr. Roto. If you've got a question about your fantasy team this weekend, should I play this guy or should I play that guy? It is, as Brian pointed out earlier, this is the fantasy football playoff starting this week, right?
Yep.
So critical decisions for you as you head into your playoffs. Matthew Berry is coming up next, 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-ESPN. You can also tweet at Venice Mace. That's at Venice Mace, M-A-S-E. Laura.
And every time Matthew Berry joins us, it's brought to you by Fantasy Springs. Stay and play at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino just minutes from Palm Springs. Get tickets to exciting live shows or book your stay today at FantasySpringsResort.com. Brought to you by Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. And if we believe that you have the best this or that, you will win a Fantasy Springs prize pack, which includes 2-night stay for you and someone else, so you and whoever you like, a dinner for two, and golf or bowling for two.
Nice. So somebody's going to win a prize on top of everything else, plus valuable fantasy football advice. 877-710-ESPN. Matthew Berry is next. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Still throwing it down.
Backdoor cut to LeBron and a thunder dunk. Beautiful pass, and LeBron slams it home.
Guess who's back? Still hitting big shot after big shot.
Three-pointer. Good again! Who is this guy? That's the oldest player in the league.
Live every thrill of LeBron and the Lake Show on 710 ESPN.
Still running the game, still.
Get ready, LA. The Art of Sport LA Bowl, hosted by Gronk, is back at SoFi Stadium on December 18th at 6 p.m. Be there as the Mountain West top team goes head-to-head with the former Pac-12 contender in a showdown you won't want to miss. Tickets and premium suites are on sale now. Don't miss out on your chance to be a part of the action. Visit LABowlGame.com to secure your seats today. That's LABowlGame.com.
Hey, John Ireland here. If you want to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage. Everyone has different reasons for selling. Some people want to downsize and move. Some have inherited a property they want to get rid of, or maybe it's just time for a change. Whatever your reason for selling, Seller's Advantage has a custom solution for your needs. They'll make a competitive cash offer with no repairs needed, as they can close in days, no complicated closing process or contracts falling through. Seller's Advantage has been making sellers happy for decades, and they have the reviews to prove it. Call them today and get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-2747, or go to sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Travis with DeMarco and Evan Cohen.
Only one all-star defensive team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
You know what everybody's hoping for this weekend?
The Jackson 5?
No. Their holiday dream is making their fantasy football playoffs.
Well, this is playoffs.
Is this the first week of the playoffs?
Yeah,
my league,
week.
started.
Most people.
No.
Most people, yeah.
So looking for a first-round win. Joining us right now is the talented Mr. Roto, Matthew Berry. How are you, Matthew?
Steve, I'm good. Did you not know that this is the first week of the playoffs because you're still in that godforsaken league that has weird rules and you guys don't actually have playoffs?
We don't have playoffs. We just keep track until the end of the season. So, like right now, Ireland has the lead, and I'm 1 game back. It's going to be dramatic at the finish, and we played the last week of the season, which could be for everything. I love our league. I was just telling these guys, all the leagues have got scores of 186 to 185. Ours is like closer to a regular ball game score. I won 75-45 this week. I like what feels more like football instead of these crazy out of control. Bergman's telling me points, PPR, points per first downs. Yeah. It's like it's too much.
Matthew, I am not a football player, so I want to have as many points as possible. I don't want a real score. I don't want 25-24.
Yeah, I mean, it is fake football, Mason. You know what I mean? Like, for a reason. I just, look, at the end of the day, this is something we all do for fun.
Yes.
And if you, Steve, really enjoy your league, then that's all that really matters. I just, as somebody who's been doing this show for over 20 years now and has heard about this league for 2 decades, I just personally hate it because I think the rules are asinine. But I'm not in the league, and you are. And if you like the league, that's all that matters.
And I love the league.
I hated that league.
It is 20 years that we've been doing that. Actually, I think it's more than 20. Bergman's filling in for Ireland today. Bergman, you had something for Matthew?
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out for my flex spot. I'm either going to play Darnell Mooney or play Ramondre Stevenson. So it's, running back versus wide receiver.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to go with Darnell Mooney because even last week, in which that, where Kirk Cousins once again was brutal, Mooney still had a big game last week. They're on the road at Las Vegas. Raiders are a bottom 7 pass defense over the last month. Meanwhile, Ramondre playing for the Patriots. They're on the road at Arizona. Arizona's been pretty good defensively against the run. I know they gave up a lot of
points last week. But prior to last week, they've actually been really good against the run. They're ultimately 13th against it over the last month. And so, the Patriots have like one of the lowest implied team totals of the week. He's really touchdown dependent, Stevenson is. And so I get the question, and there's always a chance that he falls into the end zone, but I think Mooney is the better player with more upside.
Okay, let's get some calls in here. Let's go to Jonathan in L.A. Jonathan, you're on 710 with Matthew Berry. Go ahead.
Hey, Matthew, how's it going? Look, I got Tank Bigsby or Najee Harris for my flex.
Yeah, I think it's Najee Harris. I get it. You don't love going against Philadelphia. Not awesome. But honestly, Chuba Hubbard ran against the Eagles. The Eagles aren't that strong defensively against the run, compared to the pass. They're 19th against the run over the last month. And Tank Bigsby, the concern with Tank Bigsby is they're against the Jets. Jets offense looked pretty good last week. Bigsby is only a first and second down guy. They don't use him on passing downs at all. And there's a chance that, the Jets offense plays well. Jacksonville's so beat up. They're so brutal that Bigsby could just get game scripted out of this one. So for me, I prefer Najee Harris, who's the better, who is the, he's the better running back. It's the better matchup. I think Pittsburgh will keep it closer. He's not as game script dependent as Bigsby is.
Okay, let's go to Mike in Long Beach. Mike, go ahead. You're on with the talented Mr. Roto, Matthew Berry.
Hi, I have Darnell Mooney or Devontae Smith from Philly. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, it's Mooney. You just heard me talk to Bergman about Mooney and why I like him against Las Vegas. The problem with Devontae Smith is that in games in which he doesn't score a touchdown, he's averaging like under 8 fantasy points per game. And the Eagles just don't throw anymore. They run the ball. Mm-hmm. They're going up against Pittsburgh. I think that's going to be a low-scoring game. The over-under is 43, and I would take the under there. 2 really good defenses, 2 slow-paced offenses as well. And you saw A.J. Brown sort of pipe up this week. I'm a big believer in kind of squeaky wheel gets the grease. I think this is an A.J. Brown week for the Eagles' passing attack, so I prefer Mooney to Devontae Smith.
All right, Carlos in the OC. What you got, Carlos?
Hey, what up, Matthew? So I got Mike Evans or Drake London as my flex, and I need this pick to get that last spot in my playoffs. I know they're trying to get Mike Evans that big yardage. So help me out today on Friday the 13th. Give me that good luck, Matthew.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I get the question. I think I'm gonna go with Mike Evans here. It's really a toss-up between him and London. That's why you're asking the question. Either guy could get into the end zone, but I prefer Baker Mayfield to Kirk Cousins these days, honestly. And I think that's going to be a better game. Listen, the Chargers are a tougher matchup than the Raiders. There's no question about that. But I just think Mike Evans is who's got the better chance at a touchdown this week? I think it's Mike Evans because at least last week, like Drake London was like the third option on the Falcons. Like it was Mooney, it was Bijan Robinson. I just feel like, especially with Bucky Irving being a little bit banged up and the Buccaneers as underdogs here on the road at L.A., that Mike Evans has the better chance at the bigger day and the better chance at a touchdown.
Okay, Michael in L.A., you're on with Matthew Berry, the talented Mr. Roto. Go ahead.
Hey, Matthew, I have Bucky Irvin or Pacheco, but if Bucky's not going to play, I guess Nick Chubb and Pacheco. But, yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
Hey, do me a favor real quick. Chubb. Michael, stay on the line. We're going to hook you up with that prize package, okay?
Oh, man. All right.
Thanks, man. Hang on. Okay, go ahead, Matthew. Sorry about that.
I mean, I think definitely not crazy about Nick Chubb here. So, personally, I'd go with Bucky Irving if he's healthy. He's just been so red hot, and Pacheco's still splitting time with Hunt. But so hopefully it's. I don't know if you needed only one player or two, but I definitely, of the three, Nick Chubb's the worst player of the three that you have. So I would rank them Irving, Pacheco, and then Chubb, assuming Irving plays.
Irving is game time decision is what I read today. So, and he plays the early game, right? No, he doesn't. He plays late.
Here in L.A.
Yeah. The Chargers,
The Chargers. So you've got to make a decision on Irving whether or not you're going to use him. You can't fall back to somebody else. I'm not going to use him. Just because I can't risk it.
Last week. Oh, I got this one from Scott Huckabee. This is a really good one. For your tight end spot, Jonnu Smith, Mark Andrews, or Sam Laporta?
Boy, that is a good one. And you know what the problem there is that he shouldn't have those three tight ends.
No, he shouldn't.
No,
You
not
know,
at all.
Like, you really only need one elite tight end. You got three of them as well. I really like Laporta this week. That's a high-scoring game against Buffalo. Kind of want as much of that game as I can get. Jonnu Smith sort of took a back seat to Waddle and Hill last week. So I think Laporta is the guy that I would go there. But I will say I think all three guys have good games. I don't actually think you can screw this one up because I think all three will go well. But Sam Laporta did make the love list this week, so give me Laporta against the Bills in what should be a shootout. Back to Bucky Irving real quickly, Mace. I think you're absolutely right. Hopefully we get news. A lot of times, like, Schefter will tweet out, on Saturday night late, hey, this guy's expected to play, that guy's not expected to play. He's pretty accurate with that stuff. So hopefully we get word whether or not he's expected to play or not expected to play Bucky Irving. But if it is a true game-time decision, they want to warm him up and all that stuff, then I think Pacheco and Bucky Irving are close enough that you go ahead and play Pacheco in the 1 o'clock game rather than risk Irving getting ruled out at 4 o'clock.
Okay, let me get a couple in here off Twitter. Radio Michael fan wants to know Mike Evans or Keenan Allen?
Mike Evans.
Eddie 894 wants to know Jordan Addison or Jerry Jeudy?
Wow. I think it's Jordan Addison. He's become a must-start these days.
Eric Stevens, flex, full PPR, Chuba Hubbard or Terry McLaurin?
Yeah, Chuba Hubbard. I mean, I'm worried they just run all over the Saints. The Commanders do. So, Chuba, against Dallas, who's been so brutal, Chuba could get 30 touches this week.
Christopher Holmes wants to know Rashad White or Jonathan Taylor?
Definitely Rashad White if Bucky Irving's out. If not, Jonathan Taylor. So again, sort of, wait to see. But I'm not crazy about Jonathan Taylor this week either. Like he's been tough. He's been tough.
All right. So Matthew Berry is everywhere. Are you going to go to Sunday Night Football this week?
No, I'm still in Stamford, Connecticut for football night. We got a great one. We got Packers at the Seahawks.
Yeah,
so
that's a good one.
A great one on Sunday night. So I'll be in Connecticut there. But Sunday morning I'll be doing fantasy football pregame, 11 a.m. Eastern until 1 o'clock Eastern, and we answer more questions than any other pregame show out there. So if you didn't get your question answered today, use hashtag #FFPregame. And then tune in. So ask the question at me, use hashtag #FFPregame, and then tune in to see the answer.
And, of course, the Fantasy Life app and the Fantasy Life newsletter, indispensable. First thing I look at every morning in my inbox.
Thanks. Yeah, fantasylife.com, where you can go for free information. Sign up for a free newsletter. Comes out every single day as well. And I should mention that the Sunday morning show that I mentioned is on Peacock and the NFL on NBC YouTube channel.
All right, awesome. Hey, Matthew, thanks very much for coming on, man. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Matthew.
Appreciate it, guys. Good luck.
All right, there's Matthew Berry, the talented Mr. Roto. By the way, I think it was Michael in Los Angeles was our winner there. Hey, Laura Romo, our winner is...
Michael Ramirez from L.A. He's super excited.
And he wins?
He wins a prize pack to Fantasy Springs that includes a 2-night stay, a dinner for two, and golf or bowling for two.
Very nice. All right. Coming up for you, we're going to do some What's Up, Fool. Ireland's going to check in at some point. It's ahead, right? I'm teasing it ahead. It is coming up. Mm-hmm. Did I say something factually incorrect?
No.
Is
but
What's Up,
you
Fool
say what's
coming
next.
up?
All right, fine. We'll just give it to you.
So What's Up, Fool is coming up next.
It's not
soon.
Yes. All right. So if you're injured in an accident, you've been through a traumatic experience and your body's trying to recover and your mind is racing and you got to see the doctor and there's long, confusing phone calls and there's medical bills and headaches and all this stuff. If you're injured in an accident, just remember to call Jacob. Instead of dealing with everything yourself, let him handle the rest. Jacob is going to guide you through the process, and on top of that, he'll also fight you to get you the settlement that you deserve. And if you prefer to meet face-to-face, Jacob's team will come to you, or you can go to Jacob's office. You should take it easy. Don't stress. Let Jacob deal with the rest. When you call an attorney, you want one who is respected. call Jacob. He's the real deal. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember...
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Bronny. Call Jacob.
CallJacob.com. Don't forget, Jacob is a proud legal partner of the Rams, the Lakers, and LAFC. When you call him, make sure you tell him Mason and Shadano from 710 ESPN sent you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Whether you need a big stop late in the game.
Edwards downloaded DiVincenzo. Blocked by Davis again. Another block for Anthony Davis. Here's Reaves. Lay it up and in.
A 3-ball from downtown.
Davis for 3. Good! Anthony Davis!
Or a power slam in the paint.
LeBron down the middle. Alley-oop! AD for the dunk.
AD is doing it all this season.
We're going to empower him as much as he wants to be empowered. If he wants to be first team All-NBA and he wants to be in the MVP conversation all year long, we're going to empower him to do that.
You know, for me, I'm just trying to be aggressive and do what I have to do to help the team win. You know, Jay want me to be the hub, and, you know, but my job remains the same, to come out and be aggressive and let the team feed off of that.
LeBron's got it. Full head of steam. LeBron to AD. Slam dunk.
Catch every thrill from AD in the Lake Show this season.
Right here on 710 ESPN.
Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and there's extensive water damage. This is when it can feel as though your relationship with your insurance has become an abusive one. They don't agree that you need a replacement living arrangement, despite it being glaringly obvious. Then, the insurance adjuster leaves you hanging. You feel abandoned with a home that is no longer livable, and you now have no other choice than to use the insurance contractor to make repairs, which includes their brazen attempt at lowballing the estimate. Okay, so here's what you do. You take a deep breath, then you call Avner Gatt. They're one of California's largest public adjusting firms, and trust me, size does matter in this case because Avner Gatt has experienced it all. Insurance companies can make you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope in getting your home back together. Avner Gatt knows exactly how to handle these situations. Not only do they have extensive knowledge on how to handle your dilemma, but they remain passionate about helping people. It's why Avner and his family continue to take the calls themselves at Avner Gatt Inc. They cover all of Southern California, and if I haven't convinced you with all of these truth bombs thus far, just check out what seems to be a never-ending stream of 5-star reviews on Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. So, whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256. And you can go online to avnergatt.com.
Hey, it's Mace. You have never experienced anything like Cosm. Trust me, it will blow your mind, and you can experience the Emirates NBA Cup like never before. NBA action in immersive shared reality. Every assist and dunk and buzzer beater comes to life on Cosm's immense 8K plus wraparound display. Use our exclusive discount code ESPNLA. Get 20% off any NBA event in November. Get your tickets now at Cosm.com. That's COSM.com.
Happy holidays from Mir Audio Video in Westwood with an exclusive deal for ESPN LA listeners. Introducing the stunning 98-inch LG QNED. This TV is next level for a limited time only. Our friends at Mir will be offering this once-in-a-lifetime TV for the lowest price on the planet. You can make it yours for just $4,100, including delivery. Hurry, because supply is limited. 310-234-4010. That's 310-234-4010. Thank you, Mir Audio Video.
Hey, it's Mace. There's more fun watching the NBA playing Sleeper Picks. Download the Sleeper app today. Pick more or less on at least 2 players' projected stats, points, rebounds, assists, and more. If you're right, you can win up to 100 times your cash. For a limited time, new users just have to play $5 and they get $55 in free entries. Download the Sleeper app. Use code 710. That's code 710.
Must be 18 years old. Promo code location and other restrictions apply. Minimum deposit $25. See terms of use for details. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-426-2537 for help.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
Yeah, I totally don't get it. So I have a website, stevemason.com.
You still go to that? You still use it?
All of my podcasts, radio, the Mason and Ireland show, and the Culture Pop podcast all show up there.
It's good to have. Like, even if you don't do it, like, I still have mine. There's nothing on there. But
So there's a way for you to, there's like a contact forms for you to send. So I get a lot of people contacting me, and they all seem to be Russian.
They're bots.
I get so many
They want money.
messages in Russian. I don't even know what they're saying.
They're Russian princes asking
It's
for money.
like it's like they got a different letter for everything there. They
yeah,
they have
Russian.
letters that aren't like our letters.
No, most
I didn't
different
realize that.
languages
No,
are
no,
different
no,
than
not
our
not
language.
true, not true.
Oh, in Chinese, Japanese,
Those yes,
Okay.
but in like European languages, you can still read.
Sure, some of them, but there's
They
also
have
things
letters
like
you can read.
Like Kazakhstan does not use the same type of lettering. They use a little bit of Russian.
That's pretty much Russian.
Yeah, I
Kazakhstan's
don't
a
know.
former
I'm
Russian.
just-
Anyways.
Other
There they are. There they are. Hey, if you got $651,000 burning a hole in your pocket, the Freddie Freeman home run ball from Game 1 of the World Series is being auctioned off right now. The bid is at $650,000. The ball has direct provenance from the family who caught it and Sports Investors Photo Match paperwork. This is a huge amount. I actually thought it would be
more.
More.
Yeah, I think it's going to go for more when it's all said and done. But
The auction ends tomorrow night. It's at $650 right now.
people wait till the last moment
Let's
to get
all
that
chip
up.
in. Let's all chip in.
Honestly, if I had
Have
any
20.
type of money for that, that would be something I would buy.
Now, Ireland is not a memorabilia guy.
I've heard that before. You should tell me more about that.
Yeah.
He's not.
Yeah, if you walked in his house, you would have
You
no
would see
idea.
no memorabilia
No
anywhere.
memorabilia,
But
exactly.
I don't have a ton of memorabilia. But if that would be something, I'd be super interested if I had money. Like if I was
Oh,
a
yeah, no,
millionaire,
that would be a great
that I would try and buy because being there and then having the actual ball, that's a talking point forever.
That is crazy, yeah. All right, so Snoop Dogg was on
Snoop.
First Take today. He was asked a little bit about the Lakers. Here's what he had to say.
Believe the Lakers will turn it around.
He gonna blame it on his age, you know what I'm saying? I'm an old man too, so I get to do that sometimes. So I get to sleep in and cancel certain events. So I guess LeBron, you able to do that. You sleeping in this week, right? But I think that we need to make some changes, man. Like we brought back the exact same team from last year. No disrespect, but that ain't gonna cut it. We need to make some moves and move some people around and place, make some adjustments. Like Genie, what's the dude name?
Rob Pelinka?
Yeah, hello. Where you at? What you doing? Come on, man. Make some moves, some adjustments. There's some people out there that we can have on our squad. And you just got to make the decision that it's time to make that move because as Laker fans, y'all on the clock. Y'all got to hurry up before we end up cussing y'all out, going all in on y'all like we normally do. Right now, we're on television being very professional. But on Instagram, y'all can get it.
So Snoop is upset. I don't think he is necessarily a specific request there, except, you know what? People I talk to, they just want to move for the sake of making a move.
That's what it is.
They really do. They just want anything. Just anything. Any new player, any different name than we have right. Let's just do it for the sake of doing it.
Every single player that the Lakers or the Dodgers or any team gets in the offseason, so I was like, oh, you can build yourself around, like, oh, this makes total sense. When they got Russell Westbrook, it was all like, oh, yeah, hey, look, I can see how that works. Takes the ball out of LeBron's hands. He's a secondary ball. He's a ball handler.
Yeah, sure.
He's going to get some good passes. He plays at 100 miles an hour with his hair on fire. All those different things. You got excited for it. It just doesn't actually work on there. So I don't know what you want to bring into this team because I don't think there's anything that we can give up to get something good.
Right.
And anything you do bring in is probably not going to move you up that much.
Yeah, exactly.
But I love hearing.
But
Snoop
I want
say it too.
something. Yeah.
But see, that's what
So
it is.
if we get a shot at playing Snoop on the air, we play Snoop on the air.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah,
anytime.
But if you again look, they're going to move off from somebody. Whether it's Max Christie, let's say you move Max Christie. What does Max Christie become in 3 years? Like Jaden McDaniels became a relevant player
Right.
on a Minnesota team that's pretty good. Not this year so far, but is usually very good.
Yeah.
What does Max Christie become if you move off of him?
By the
what
way,
does Dalton Connect become? What does Austin, like all these
I,
guys?
for one, would not move off of Max Christie. I actually like Max
So do
Christie.
I.
think he's become a really solid rotation player for him. He can get you some points, but especially he does play defense.
The only guys that are even thinking about moving are D'Angelo Russell.
Yep.
Rui Hachimura.
Yep.
Maybe Christian, I don't know, not Christian Wood, but somebody, Gabe Vincent.
Yeah.
3 guys that you don't actually really want on your team anymore.
Yeah, and I
so
don't
why
think-
would another team want them?
Gabe Vincent's got 2 more years on his deal. I cannot imagine anybody saying, yeah, I want 2 more years of Gabe Vincent.
So what can the Lakers give up to get something relevant to make them a contender?
As Dave McMenamin pointed out earlier today, they don't have enough good stuff to make a big deal.
Yep.
All right, coming up next is What's Up, Fool? I've discovered something crazy I'll do for you at 2 o'clock today. Also, Ireland at some point is going to check in from Minnesota. Lakers versus T-Wolves tonight. They're 8.5-point dogs. No LeBron, but Austin Reaves is back tonight. So all that's coming up for you. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The destination for LA sports this fall.
Here comes LeBron and slam dunk right in Paul George's face and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another 3. Good. What a night for Austin Reaves.
Rams football.
Cup of the 6. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Cup. Touchdown, LA.
The USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks. Up the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown. They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club. Did he?
The LA Kings and Angels baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app. Your destination for LA sports.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Harry Douglas here. Say goodbye to bulky, clunky shavers that clutter your bathroom. Not only do you get an incredible shave, Panasonic's Palm Razor has a sleek, elegant design that adds a touch of sophistication to your bathroom. It also conveniently charges with a USB cord. Visit shop.panasonic.com/sports to shop for the Palm Razor. Use promo code HARRY for 10% off exclusively for ESPN radio listeners. That's shop.panasonic.com/sports, promo code HARRY.
Hey, John Ireland here. Are you looking to sell your home quickly and easily without having to deal with repairs or the worry of buyers qualifying for new high-interest rate loans? Call Seller's Advantage. With thousands of satisfied customers, they're the go-to choice for homeowners looking to sell their homes fast. They'll buy your home for a competitive cash offer and can close in just days, not weeks or months. No repairs are needed because they buy homes as is. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Seller's Advantage is the fastest and most stress-free way to sell your home. If you're ready to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage. Get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-2747 or sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and senior vice president of men's sexual health at HIMSS. In my 12 years of practice as a reproductive urologist, I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS. It really wasn't easy before. You had to take time out of your day, come to a physical office and see a specialist like me in person. Now, through HIMS.com, you can get world-class sexual health care and a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. It starts with a free assessment from a medical provider licensed in your state who can determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. So don't wait. Join the hundreds of thousands of guys who've gotten help for their ED through HIMS.
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
Thank you, Brian Cranston. All right, guys. So we were talking about packages and how Mason lost a few.
Yeah, I've lost 4 of them.
So I
Yep.
obviously have been shopping. It is Christmas season, but I like to shop anyways. And I have a specific request.
Do you like to go into store shop or do you like to shop online?
I can do both, but right now, since I'm kind of crippled, I do online
You
shopping.
will not catch my ass in a store, I can tell you that.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Don't want to.
Yeah, so I've been shopping on Amazon, and just like, UPS brings your packages. So I have a request. I said, hey, I just had surgery. If you can please put it in front of my door, it would be great. Because in my building, you either get a locker where you have to go pick it up.
Yep.
Or they have to bring it to your door. You're not supposed to leave it in the mail room because it can get stolen, XYZ. There's like plastered signs. So yesterday I get a text, and it says, hey, your mail has been delivered to the front desk. It was oversized. So I go downstairs, and the girls are like, hey, we don't have anything. The Amazon guy is like right there. And listen, I know we have UPS guys, drivers that listen. So it's a genuine question for you guys. How do you address, because I told him, I said, oh, is that my package? Because, it says it's
Now,
oversized.
this is a text message with
because
somebody delivering.
We get a text message in our building that says your parcel has been delivered, but because it was oversized, it was given to the front desk.
Okay.
So I told the guy, I was like, hey, is this my thing? He's like, I don't know. And I was like, well, it's this unit, whatever. All he had to do was look at it and see if it matched me, right? He gave me attitude and then told me he was going to leave it, even though I'm right there. He was going to go take it to the mailroom where they're not even allowed to leave it.
Okay.
And I said, can I just take it? I just had knee surgery. I actually have specific instructions to leave it on my door.
Sure. Do you have your ID? Do you have all
I
the
have
stuff
all
you
the
need?
stuff.
Okay.
My front desk is vouching for me, whatever. So he gives me attitude and says, oh, we don't follow those instructions. So do you guys leave instructions when you guys, if you leave, it says leave at the door, leave at the mail.
Okay, so what service is this? UPS?
This is Amazon.
Amazon.
Because there's specific instructions on Amazon.
You can write instructions. You're saying they're not following
They're
the
not.
instructions.
And he gave me super attitude. I was really nice because I could pop off. Y'all know. But I was like...
Okay, I would go... Now, I'm only somewhat joking here.
Somewhat?
Go to Bezos.
Right to
Oh,
him.
yeah.
Right to Bezos.
Email.
Now you're going to laugh at this, but when Slee was here...
Oh, he did this, didn't he?
Did he really?
He had a dispute with Spirit Airlines. And I said, just go to their website, find the CEO of Spirit Airlines, send a note. I'm telling you, you would be surprised at who gets back to you. When my Facebook page got taken over by some operation selling shoes. This was a number of years back. I wrote a letter to sent an email to Sheryl Sandberg and Mark Zuckerberg and said, my page has been taken away from me. What can you do? You know what? It got handled within 3 hours.
What?
So go straight to the top. Go to Bezos.
Okay.
That's like a Karen. You're going straight to the top.
No, see, I don't want to be a Karen, though.
Well, it's too late.
But also, I don't. Do you know?
Laura,
I don't.
too late.
Right. This is what you're doing right now. But
No,
I don't
because
know
I
what
didn't go
I don't,
off on him.
I don't know what Amazon their rules are. Like they may have rules that supersede your rules of where you want the package.
No.
You said we don't follow those rules.
The girl in the front was like, hey, call Amazon. So I did. I was like, hey, I just want to know what instructions do I really need to put?
Right.
They're like, oh, I see that you say, please leave at front door. That's what they need to do. And I was like, okay. So I'm like,
Call Bezos.
Yeah, call Bezos.
I don't have Bezos'
Straight
number.
to the top. I'll get it for you.
I'm not cool like y'all.
Yeah. I've got his digits.
It's in the
I
book,
don't have
right?
Greg. You know, Greg is like manager of operations. He's a Mao. He got people like that. I don't.
True. Yeah,
Yeah,
me
exactly.
and Bezos.
They're
Like
tight.
this.
I think it's just Jeff Bezos at gmail.com, you know?
Yeah,
It is.
probably.
You know what?
That
It's
easy.
totally worth a try.
Right.
Is there
like
an
Mark Cuban,
Amazon.com?
right?
Oh, wait a minute. He would not be on Google, would he? That's
No,
his
no,
rival.
no.
Yeah,
He'd
he's
have
on a different service.
Jeff
yeah.
Bezos at Amazon.com.
At Amazon.com.
Right, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, so I saw today it was announced that Messi will be included into the game Fortnite. So I know, Greg, you had a little, time with Fortnite. And it's going to be huge. They're expecting a huge population boost or player boost from this. They've also had a few other athletes and kind of different kind of characters they always put into the game, always updating it. It is a free game to play. My question to you is, if they were to put Steve Mason, Greg Bergman in a video game as yourself, what kind of game would it be? Like a shooter, action,
Be a shooter.
puzzle game?
The only one I've ever played is Call of Duty, so I would have to be in that one somehow.
So I would want to do something like Uncharted. So that
Like
like
an
where you're
adventure style?
where you're climbing things and you're solving puzzles.
Not the one where
and,
you're building a house. So is that
No,
Fortnite where you're
That
building
is
stuff?
Fortnite,
No,
yeah.
no, I would.
Yeah.
It's very hard to build houses. I always do it where you can't build houses.
Yeah, see, if I was on Fortnite and I had to build a house, I would. Is there somebody in the game that I can hire to do it for me? That's what I would do.
That's
Could
very
you
Steve
build
Mason
my
of
house?
you.
They're like, is there TaskRabbit in the game?
Yeah,
so you
team
could
up.
say,
Somebody will help you out.
Exactly,
Yeah.
somebody will.
The types of games I love are Uncharted and Tomb Raider. Those games are so much fun to me because you're not just always shooting. You do get the shooting aspect, but also you get to like climb walls and the scenery is beautiful and you're solving puzzles. Those are the games that I would want to be in.
What's up, Foo? All right, so we know Juan Soto is now a Met.
Yes.
And he had some comments, and I want to know your thoughts.
Okay.
One of them says, it's been a Mets town for a long time. Talking about New York.
No,
That is
wrong.
so
I
funny.
think we just got to bring it to the top. Championships are going to tell you if it's a Yankees or Mets town. I laughed when I read this. Clearly not a
27
Mets.
will tell you what that
You
means.
know what I mean?
Yep.
Clearly not a Mets town. But what do you guys think? Like, do you guys just think he's doing it just to troll the Yankees, or because he really believes that, which I don't, by the way. But like, what do you guys think of his crazy comments? Like, really, bro? Come on now.
Well, having lived in New York, I could tell you that there are certainly lots of Mets fans in New York.
There is, but
the
it's not.
Yankees are the institutional team in New York.
Right.
It's just like Jets and Giants. The Jets have fans, but it's a Giants town.
Right.
And I would say the Mets are stronger, for example, in New York than the Angels are in Southern California. But the Yankees are the absolute powerhouse, and I think he's either he doesn't have a full understanding or he is trolling.
Yeah, he basically it's like when the Clippers fans, the few of them that there are, say this is a Clippers town. You're wrong. It's a Lakers town. It's always going to be a Lakers town, just like it's always going to be a New York town. He's just trying to say, "Hey, I'm a Met now, so I'm going to prop up my team."
And by the way, I do like their odds better this year than I like the Yankees. I mean,
Sure,
would not surprise me to see the Dodgers and the Mets in the NLCS again this year.
I mean,
again this year.
So the Yankees just got Max Fried
Yep.
and Devin Williams.
Yes.
Devin Williams was a
They
guy
did
that
trade
you and
for
I
Devin
both wanted.
Williams.
Yeah, so they have a strong team. It's just without Juan Soto, it's a little bit worse.
What's up, Foo? All right, guys, last week it was announced that the Arizona Diamondbacks doing something cool for all their home games. So you can get a home season pass for $2.99 for the whole season.
$2.99?
Yeah.
$299 and you get every game all year long?
Yeah, every game. 82 home games. And
That's crazy.
That is pretty crazy. Yeah, $2.99 for all 82 home games. And they're doing some features where you got to reserve the ticket like right before the game, and you could pick seats with your friends. Like if me and you had the pass, Greg, we could link them up together and get seats at every home game together
for $2.99.
For $2.99
for the whole season.
For the whole season. So
like
I
in the
saw,
upper decks, right?
Probably yes. There was no like specifications on where the tickets are, but I saw a few people on Twitter. Dodger fans live in Arizona saying, hey, why don't we just buy this season pass and we'll get to go to every Dodger game in Arizona, probably for cheaper.
I mean, there's only like 6 of them.
Right. It's like I think it was 6 to 8, more or less.
Yeah, somewhere on there. The numbers drop. It's like 13 or 14 times you play each other.
Yeah, I mean, to me that says there's a fair amount of capacity there in Arizona if they're giving away $299 yearly passes. I mean, honestly, I think I pay more for my AMC Stubs plan for my
Isn't that
3
like
movies a week.
$19 a month?
Yeah, it's like I get 3 movies a week. Isn't that basically what
pretty
it
much.
is?
Yeah, I couldn't believe this. I saw this. I had to like triple
It's
check.
a great deal. It's like
It's a good
really
idea.
good.
So what I don't understand is, like, what if, 5,000 people do this? Like, you run out of seats eventually. Like, I guess you can run out of the deal. But it's smart. If there's not people going, put it cheaper so people can go. I think it's a smart idea.
Yeah, if I was there, I'd be all over this.
That's
even
a
if I'm not a
Absolutely.
Diamondback fan.
Right,
Like,
even if
yeah.
you go
Just to hang out.
If you go to 20 games, you've more
Right.
than paid. I mean, $299 is a killer deal.
Yeah, at Dodger Stadium, that's like 1 ticket.
Oh yeah,
Right,
no,
exactly.
basically, yeah,
Parking, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So if you can go see Shohei 1 time, you've paid for yourself.
Yep.
What's up, Foo? All right, guys. So, again, I was out for a bit, and this came up on my Instagram.
Okay.
It's a child toy that somebody bought. So, I'm going to play the sounds about 44 seconds, but listen to this.
I love little.
This song is just for you, little kitty. Now you sit here in my lap while we sing.
Is that Minnie Mouse?
No.
Okay, good.
I love little.
Does that start with a P?
It starts with, yes.
Is that real?
So, I'm going to bring it down because it continues.
Yeah.
And obviously, they're talking about a cat.
Sure.
And then I think it's the grandpa at the end says, oh my God, I'm going to jail for buying them this.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like legit a child toy you can buy. Apparently, it's a song that's been around for years. Right? I buy a lot of kids' toys because I have nieces and nephews. I've never seen this toy in my life. But my thing is, don't you guys do, like, you have kids, right? Greg,
Yeah.
you have kids.
Sure.
I know you don't, but you have
Correct.
God kids. Don't you do research before you buy the toy? You just don't buy the toy.
So, to be honest with you,
Just
if I
saying.
saw something that had a cat and there was a little girl with a cat, I'd be like, oh, that's cute. I'll get it for my kid. I would not do the research. No.
Really?
I would
No,
not
you would
listen to
actually
it.
go try out the toy.
No, I don't
before-
gotta
I don't-
try
I don't
it, but
try out
like,
toys before I buy
there's
them.
reviews.
Don't people try out toys? Like, don't you try out a toy before you give it to Riley?
No,
You
never.
don't try.
No, not really.
No, not really.
No, not really, but you read the reviews.
No, I don't read reviews
Oh.
either.
You should at least read the reviews.
I probably should, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't. If I said, oh, that toy looks cool, I would just buy it and give it to her, and it's a pussycat. That's just what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
if
I
you
mean,
listen to the
I would say you've
It's a
got
real song.
you've got a dirty mind.
That's exactly what it is. Get out of the gutter, Laura.
Seriously, Laura.
I
it's,
mean-
it's a children's toy.
Why did you think that way for a children's toy?
It's weird. Even the guy was like, that's weird. Come on now, that's weird.
How dare you?
All right.
It's just
I
like
have
when
a
Puka
dirty mind.
Nakua is having a
He
horny
was
route.
always, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right, coming up next for you. Who is the athlete of the year?
Oh, that's
We're
interesting.
at the end of the year. Who's the athlete of the year? Plus, I'll tell you, Taylor Swift turns out to be a really good boss. We'll explain coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Sports Station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Happy holidays, Lakers fans. The Lakers are debuting their 2024-25 City Edition uniform, the California Destiny. For the first time, the team is featuring Lake Show across their jerseys. This uniform reflects Los Angeles and highlights the idea that people come to this city not only to pursue their dreams, but to reach their full potential. Visit Lakers.com or the Lakers store to get your own Lake Show City Edition jersey and other Lakers City Edition merchandise now.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL, realfathersrights.com/710, or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights, the Father's Rights Attorneys.
Transform your home into a smart sanctuary with Mir Audio Video. For over 40 years, Mir's been the trusted experts in smart home technology as an authorized dealer for Crestron, Control4, Lutron. Don't settle for less. Choose the best with Mir Audio Video. Visit the showroom at 2040 Westwood Boulevard or give them a call, 310-234-4010. You can also check them out online at MirAudioVideo.com. Mir Audio Video, where your smart home dreams come true.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
A little slow there,
Christmas
Brian.
song? You get a little momentum coming in?
Let it snow. Is that what it is?
Song, yeah.
It is, yes.
It's Friday.
How dare you? How dare you on a beautiful Christmas song?
Yes. So I just, I'm fascinated, as you know, Bergman, by ChatGPT.
I know you are.
So I want to.
It's getting scary, too.
It really is. If you've not used it, it's pretty extraordinary stuff. So this is what I put in. And remember, this is like, it spit it out in 20 seconds.
Yeah.
I said, write lyrics for 12 Days of Christmas, but for Mason and Ireland show.
Oh, no. I'm afraid of what I was going to put out there.
So here's a little bit.
Okay.
On the first day of Christmas, Mason gave to me a hot take on ESPN. On the second day of Christmas, Ireland gave to me 2 Laker wins and a hot take on ESPN. Okay. On the third day of Christmas, Mason gave to me 3 Rams debates, 2 Laker wins, and a hot take on ESPN.
So far, so good.
On the 5th day of Christmas, Mason gave to me 5 commercial breaks, 4 parlay bets, 3 Rams debates, 2 Lakers wins, and a hot take on ESPN. Can you believe this is happening?
Wow. Is there more?
On the 6th day of Christmas, Ireland gave to me 6 callers yelling, 5 commercial breaks, 4 parlay bets, 3 Rams debates, 2 Lakers wins, and a hot take on ESPN. I mean, it goes on. But
that's pretty good.
Is that not just...
That's really good.
We used to spend a lot of time coming up with stuff like that, and now, like in seconds, you can crank it out.
I don't trust it, though.
What's not to trust?
Yeah, it's just
Like-
spit it out.
No, but I mean, like, for random stuff like that, fine. But, like, I was talking to one of my friends who works somewhere else, and she's like, oh, I use it to, like, spur up the show. And I'm like, that's...
To spur up the show?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Like a horse, you use your spurs.
She just
Giddy
helps her with her job. And I'm like, I wouldn't trust that. Like, I wouldn't trust GPT for that.
I don't think it lies to you for the most part.
It's giving you what it's got, but, I mean, it can create shortcuts, I think, for your job.
So what are the other ones? Just don't do the whole thing.
Okay,
but like day 7 is what?
Let me go to
Day
the
8.
12. Okay. On the 12th day of Christmas,
No, there you
Mason
go.
gave to me 12 castles gleaming, 11 bells are ringing.
No,
10
no,
that's the wrong one. Sorry
that's
about
the actual.
This is the
like,
10.
Close
yeah.
to the actual.
On the 12th day of Christmas, Ireland gave to me 12 bets on Ireland, 11 rants for Mason, 10 picks for Sunday, 9 drops of Morales, 8 sound drops playing, 7 trivia stumpers, 6 callers yelling, 5 commercial breaks, 4 parlay bets, 3 Rams debates, 2 Lakers wins, and a hot take on ESPN.
That's not bad. I mean, those all kind of make sense for the show too.
They do. I mean, given the fact that how does this thing know all about us?
So I don't know.
It searches every website everywhere.
Well, they said yesterday there was 9 websites.
Yesterday it said the exact number of websites
Right,
for you. It was 9 to come up with the thing on you.
Right.
But I mean, like, how did it know 8 sound drops? Like, why does it know sound drops?
I mean, it's radio, so they're thinking that you play
but
sound
we
drops.
call them sound drops.
Yeah.
Why does Chat GPT call them sound drops?
The only one I don't really understand, trivia stumpers. Do we actually do trivia stumpers?
Well, we play Game of Games, trivia
I guess
stumpers.
That's true.
Yeah, it's kind of there.
I think it's pretty cool.
It's weird.
It totally worked
It's amazing.
ChatGPT scares the hell out of me.
Yeah.
It's too, like, even though I don't trust it, because people do trust it, and the thing that it gives you, it's like, but that's not true.
You just got to embrace AI is your friend.
Oh, it's coming, and it's coming hard.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
All right, so
yes, pull that.
You need to get rid of that one.
So amongst other stuff, Rams with a 12-6 win, a thriller last night in San Francisco. They improved to 8-6, and now if Seattle loses to Green Bay on Sunday, a team that started 1-4 will wind up at the top of the NFC West by tiebreaker because they beat the Seahawks. San Francisco only 191 yards of total offense, one of the worst performances of the Kyle Shanahan era. And, of course, there was this moment where Devondre Campbell, who's a linebacker, refused to go back into the game after Greenlaw was injured. And it has been announced that he will no longer be a member of the San Francisco 49ers.
He shouldn't be. You said it was one of the worst performances in Kyle Shanahan history. Isn't this one of the worst performances in Sean McVay history for the Rams? Yes, they won, but the numbers were terrible.
Well,
they punted more than they have all year. They didn't score a touchdown.
So you're saying McVay?
No, well, it was. I'm just saying that it's
I
also.
could smack you right now.
It's also. He probably would, but he would probably admit too that was one of the worst offensive performances of his time as the head coach of the Rams.
So this team is, first of all, last night I chalk up entirely to the weather. I mean, the weather was terrible. It was
100%.
slick. Both sides were dramatically affected. It would have been a different game if it was clear there. But that's a team that didn't score in the first half against New Orleans, racks up 44 points against Buffalo. I mean, it's just up and down, feast or famine. I mean, Miami was 5 field goals. That's all they managed in that game, 5 field goals.
So we were talking about it with DeMarco earlier, that at least you're now seeing the two ends of the spectrum with this team. They can put up 44 points or 42 points and win the game against Buffalo, which is a high-scoring team, and they can beat the Niners in a very low-scoring game. So that kind of bodes well for the Rams going into the postseason.
Yeah, I mean, they can win big or they can win a tough defensive battle. Yeah. I think, and I'm not the first person to say this, but I don't think I want to see the Rams in the first round of the playoffs if I'm, an NFL contender, an NFC contender.
You keep talking about the offensive line and what it means. You have this team fully healthy now.
Yeah.
And the biggest part about it is that Alaric Jackson and Bo Limmer.
Rob Havenstein.
Steve Avila was doing a great job over in left guard.
Kevin Dotson, terrific.
So now that you have your full offensive line, you have your full complement of all of your weapons in Kyren, Puka, Kupp. It's a dangerous team, and the defense is starting to really show up over and over again, besides the Bills, because we'll just put that up to the side.
No, the Bills just...
I mean, they're just ridiculously good.
Yeah.
But if somehow, let's say you make it to the Super Bowl, going a little bit far.
No, let's go ahead. Project the Rams to the Super Bowl.
Right. And you play a team like Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Or rematch with Buffalo.
That would be the best thing you can probably ask for, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But against Mahomes, that team is not very good, but they're still good. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't say they're not very good. I would say that the football gods are clearly on their side right now.
Over and over
because they're not winning. 10 games now, 10 wins have been less than 7 points. And, of course, this last one was the most ridiculous when Harrison
They're all ridiculous.
doinked it through.
They blocked Denver for a field goal that was only like a 35-yard field goal.
It's crazy.
It wasn't anything. So, but that just means that you can play with Buffalo again in the Super Bowl. You could play with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs in a low-scoring game in the Super Bowl. That's got to feel pretty good as a Rams fan.
So I'm gonna hold the stuff I was going to talk about because I just got the Southern California Sports Broadcasters Association ballot for voting for end-of-year awards or best of the year. And one of the categories is Best Studio Show. Best Studio Show.
Okay.
And these are all great. Dodgers TV.
They're great.
Terrific. John Hartung, D-Train is there, and Jerry Hairston Jr.
Jerry,
and
I love
Nomar. It's a great show.
Nomar I can do without.
I like Nomar.
I can do without.
Lakers TV. There you've got Chris McGee.
Yep.
Byron Scott, James Worthy, Derek Fisher, Allie Clifton, Robert Ory. Great team.
Do a great job. James Worthy is really the reason to watch that show.
Yeah,
he's great with the Worthy clap and all.
The Worthy clap.
He's honest. I like that.
He's
show
very honest. Yeah. Very honest. And some of these other shows are really like Channel 7. Those guys have been together now for a long time. That is Rob Fukuzaki and Kurt Sandoval.
Forever.
A long run.
Friends of the show.
Yes, absolutely. KCBS KCAL has Darren Haynes.
Don't know him.
Chris Hare.
I know him from he used to go on with Trudell when Thompson and Trudell was on.
That's and then the whole ball game. Jim Hill.
The
Jamie
legend.
Maggio and Joe Painter. Some of these I didn't even know. Like, I didn't know Jeannie Zelasco was working on Clippers pregames.
Nobody does.
Yeah, Clippers apparently are Jeannie Zelasco, Corey Maggette, and Don McClain. I didn't even know that was a thing.
No idea because nobody watches.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Do you watch the local news?
No, I do not watch any local news. I don't remember. I don't have cable.
You don't have.
I haven't had cable in years and years.
Do you watch local news ever, Brian?
No, it's too depressing.
Local news is not as depressing as national news.
I worked in local news
silly.
for like 4 years. I can't do it again.
Laura, do you watch it?
No,
I
thank you.
I like local news.
I like reading on Twitter, like they're cool, like little feel-good stories. That's okay, but I'm not gonna sit and watch.
See, I like I've become a big fan of the local news.
What about the KTLA one on the weekends?
I like the KTLA
That's
Saturday.
the one where you like get up and you do.
Although the one got fired because the lead female left, and then he got all into a snit fit, and then he got bounced, and they put somebody else in there. But you can't do that.
Yeah,
I forget who that guy. His name was Mark Meister.
Zuckerberg,
I think.
I have
Mark
no idea.
Meister. No, I watched a lot of the local TV news. I will be honest and say, before they had that big thing in November, I might have watched some cable news, but I have completely retired from being a cable news viewer.
What happened in November that you retired from? It's out there somewhere.
Change of schedule, I think, something like that. Yeah. So, but I do like the local news.
Yeah, I know you always have watched it. And you and Ireland talk about it all the time. But that was never, even when I did have cable, I would never turn that on. I don't know why. I'll get all my news from the internet or from my phone. I don't really need people telling me.
So what do you
news.
put on?
What do I put on when if it's not a sporting event, then I'm
right.
I'm watching shows. I'm watching things on Apple TV Plus, like I'm watching Shrinking, which is a fantastic.
Is it good?
Show.
I haven't started season 2 yet.
Oh, it's so good.
Is it good? Yeah.
Season 2 is pretty good too. They just finished. I haven't watched the final season.
Yeah,
episode yet.
The final episode is still.
It's already out there. It came out on Wednesday. I haven't watched it yet, but it's a great.
Yeah,
great
I watched
show.
the first season. It's very funny. Very funny. All right, so who is the athlete of the year? Who is, when we look back at 2024, who do we think of as being the most memorable, the most important, the most significant athlete of the year?
I think I know.
We'll do it coming up next. In the meantime, let me tell you about Books. So I love Books. Although I don't have a... Oh, there it is. Yeah, thank you. So I love Books. In fact, I've already sent Books, sneak preview, to my mom and Juan's parents and all that kind of stuff. Holiday shopping is tough. And it's hard to get it right. And there's always that classic last-minute jewelry store dash, or you got to go to the mall and wait in line and try to figure something out. You know what? The easiest thing to do is to send Books. The Books company has got beautiful holiday bouquets, and I've got 25% off your entire Books purchase right now, so you can send some too. Their flowers are cut fresh and sourced directly from the best flower farms, so they last way longer. They even have flowers growing on the side of a volcano. And it was easy. I just picked a bouquet, set my delivery date, done. No wrapping required. Books is perfect for people who have everything. You can get a festive bouquet for mom, a mini tree for grandma. Go big with a flower subscription for your wife or girlfriend. It's like happiness on repeat. Again, 25% off right now.
Go to Bouqs.com. That's BOUQS.com. Bouqs.com. Use promo code ESPN for 25% off. Again, that's Bouqs, promo code ESPN. Mason in Ireland, 710.
Travis and DeMarco.
It's T-Raj and D-Far.
You know what I need for you, DeMarco? What's that? Travis, you were right. You are right. You were definitely right. But, I mean, sometimes you got to talk to people. I guess.
Weekdays at 9 a.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Get ready, LA. The Art of Sport LA Bowl, hosted by Gronk, is back at SoFi Stadium on December 18th at 6 p.m. Be there as the Mountain West top team goes head-to-head with the former Pac-12 contender in a showdown you won't want to miss. Tickets and premium suites are on sale now. Don't miss out on your chance to be a part of the action. Visit LABowlGame.com to secure your seats today. That's LABowlGame.com.
Hey, John Ireland here. If you're looking to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage. They'll make you a cash offer, no need for repairs. They buy as is. With Seller's Advantage, there are no agents. They can close in days, and they buy with cash. They'll even offer a $10,000 advance to help with moving and other expenses. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, and visit sellersadvantage.com.
Have you heard or seen ads for settling your credit card debt over a period of 3 or 4 years? What they don't tell you is that they will implode your credit rating by entering a debt relief program. At Cash Call, we have a different way of helping you out from under crushing credit card debt. If you own your own home, Cash Call could make you a loan to pay off that debt, which should help your credit rating and get your monthly payments down. We've helped folks pay off $80,000 in credit card debt in one shot. Even if you've had credit derogs, such as recent mortgage lates, we may still be able to approve you so you can improve your credit score instead of trashing it. So if you're a homeowner and want to turn your credit profile around and cut your monthly interest expense, go to cashcall.com or call 833-875-CASH. Our loan technicians are ready to help you right now. Minimum loan amount of $6,000, subject to credit approval. Not all applicants will qualify. Loans made pursuant to the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation. Call 833-875-CASH or go to cashcall.com.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Travis with DeMarco and Evan Cohen.
Only one all-star defensive team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Tease the season at Roger Dunn Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf for holiday specials this year. Get maximum distance and performance with the Titleist GT driver. Come in and get custom fit today. And from Bushnell, save on the Tour V6 and Tour V6 Shift Series laser rangefinders. There's always gift cards in any amount for those special golfers on your list. Roger Dunn Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, proudly serving golfers since 1965 and home of the legendary 90-day satisfaction guarantee. Get there.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason in Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
Now, this is Cher.
Wow, nice. Yes.
Wow, I would not got
This,
that.
I think, became a big Christmas song last year. She released a Christmas album. Sharon's like kind of timeless. What is she, like in her 70s now, maybe?
I've never heard the song. Well, I guess if it only came out last year.
Yeah, it
that
just
makes
came out
sense,
last year.
But you
never
can tell it's her
No.
with the voice.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You can tell.
I personally
Oh,
cannot.
you can. Oh, I can tell.
Yeah, it definitely
She has a
sounds
very
like Cher.
distinctive.
Ireland, can you tell that, Cher?
Yeah, and this was a huge hit song. I'm surprised that Greg, you haven't heard this. They play this in a lot of Hallmark movies.
Oh, do
I
they
don't
really?
watch Hallmark movies, and you do. You love them.
Yeah.
I do. Big
So,
fan. Well, the Chiefs Hallmark movie keeps breaking records. They just keep rerunning it, and it gets ratings every time they run it.
It's amazing.
It's like apparently, I bet you
What
they do
kind
like
of person watches Hallmark movies?
Me.
John Ireland.
me.
Like I know,
Michael's sitting next to me. He watches them.
I love them.
they're so hokey.
Yes, they are.
but
And
it
you can
just-
tell what's going to happen in the first 10 minutes, and yet I sit through them anyway.
So why watch them if you know how it's going to turn out?
Because-
You know they don't get
because-
along, and then at the end they're going to wind up together.
Right. This is why. It is perfect. As you know, Mace, I'm always working. I'm always working on something. They are the perfect thing to be working on something else, like doing laundry, writing an email, because you don't really have to pay attention the whole time. If you get a phone call, I don't even pause it. Because I know
Oh,
I can
you just
figure out
talk
what happened.
during the movie?
Right, so it's
Sure.
mindless, just like when I do
Yes.
Legos
Exactly.
to be mindless, just something that's
Exactly.
just doing. That makes sense.
Yeah.
See, I think my mindless activity is, we were just talking about local news. I have local news on in my
You don't
house
pay
a lot.
attention to the local news?
Yeah, but you want to pay attention
I'm
to
in
that.
I'm in and out. Like last night I saw the story on Channel 11 about have you heard about this? Now, the drones are in New Jersey, John. You've heard about them, right?
So drones like that deliver packages?
No. Gigantic drones
Car
the
size.
size of a car
Oh, come on.
have been flying around New Jersey. And
You cannot be for this.
And as of we don't know where they're
We don't know what
from.
they are.
We don't know what they are.
Oh, they're not Amazon drones.
No, they're not Amazon drones.
I blame Elon.
The government says, the FAA says we don't know. Homeland Security says we don't know. They say it's not a foreign actor. But last night, the exact same drones, and there are pictures that match up, were over.
Any video?
Yes, tons of video.
Okay.
Tons of video.
Look it up, Iron.
And last night there's video from San Bernardino, the exact same drones, these car-sized drones that are flying over San Bernardino. And I'm like, why Jersey and San Bernardino?
It's the end of the world as we know it. It's Men in Black happening right before our eyes.
I mean,
You think they're from outer space? They're aliens?
Yes, I do.
They owe us an explanation, do they not?
They owe you nothing.
Yeah,
they're coming with all their electronics and their drones, and they're taking over the world.
But you don't even know what they are.
No, they're people drones. People made these, and now they're flying them.
Are there people inside them?
No, they're drones. No, nobody's
Exactly.
inside a drone.
Well, they could be if they're for car size. Why not? Maybe someone's just
I guess
hanging
you
out
could.
in there.
Yeah, I know, but the idea of a drone is a self.
Yeah, I get it. So I don't understand. Like with drones, those that big, can you do it from from China? Can you do it from
Of course.
Italy?
Probably.
Like
I mean,
over San Bernardino?
Yeah, we
well,
can
Greg,
control.
think about do you ever use a VPN, a virtual private
I
network?
don't, but I have before, sure.
But when you do, when you sign up for one, you can literally create an identity from anywhere in the world. I
Oh,
use
that's true.
Ireland all the time. You know, like, so if I want to watch the Dodger game and they say you're restricted,
In LA,
you
yeah.
can't be in Los Angeles, so I just switch it to another country and I get them right away.
Oh, smart.
So, Ireland, we're just going to tackle this topic. Time Magazine has named their athlete of the year.
Can I guess? I don't know who it is, but can I guess?
Before you guess, who do you think it should be? Is it the same as the person you're going to guess?
Yes. And
Who
I
is it?
don't think it should be close.
Okay.
But she probably didn't get it. I think it should be Caitlin Clark.
Absolutely did get it. Yes.
That's who it
Oh,
should
good.
be.
Yeah,
Who else?
yeah.
Who else would it be if it wasn't Caitlin Clark?
Ohtani.
Dion.
Dion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought
Dion,
Ohtani.
but he's not really an athlete. He's more of a coach.
Ohtani.
No, I was thinking like Simone Biles.
Yes.
Simone Biles.
Simone, yeah.
Yeah, it was an Olympic year.
Right.
Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to
That's
win
pretty
the Heisman.
amazing. He's going to win the Heisman.
Messi was really big this year.
You could do Jason Tatum, won the NBA title, played
Right.
in the Olympics. Yeah,
Sure.
I mean,
Freddie?
they're-
The Grand Slam.
I think it would be Shohei
It would
over
be
Freddie.
Shohei,
probably
yeah.
would be Shohei
The
over him,
50-50 carries the day. But, yeah, no, they did recognize Caitlin
you could
Clark
do Mahomes.
as
He's won 2
athlete of the
Super
year.
Bowls in a row.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark is the right choice.
Yeah, it's
though.
the right choice. Yeah, it's
Changed
the right choice.
The WNBA.
No question.
I think that these women in the WNBA that are like trying to stick it to Caitlin Clark are going to go down in history as buffoons. Like Cheryl Reaves, the Olympic coach, I think is going to be remembered in history as an idiot. And I know she won the gold medal, but the way Gino Auriemma and Cheryl Reaves treated Caitlin Clark is shameless. It's
shameful.
Clark, yeah, shameful. Thank you.
Yeah,
Caitlin Clark basically delivered a one-woman economy to the WNBA,
right?
And they refused to recognize her. Why? Because she's white. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't understand the inner workings of all that. I will say this: that someday the day will come where we don't even remember who these other players were. It's just going to be Caitlin Clark.
And do you think it's because she's white or just because she's so hyped? It doesn't matter who you are, what color you are. I think it's a
combination of both.
Right.
I think that, for example, Juju Watkins, who is the star of USC this year, is coming, and she's the next Caitlin Clark.
Yes.
And Michael's shaking his head at me like she's not as good, you don't think?
What about Kiki Rice at UCLA?
Kiki Rice is good.
She's on the number one team in the country.
Right, but Juju is probably the best player in the country right now. But Asia Wilson, who's a great player and is super marketable, if they would have – what they should have done is done ads with Caitlin Clark and Asia Wilson and welcomed her into the league, but they just didn't do it because they wanted to keep Caitlin Clark down, and I'm glad Time Magazine didn't.
Yeah, no, Time Magazine did not. She's the athlete of 2024.
Good.
By the way, it also helps that it also with some of the female athletes, it's that she's white and straight, is it not?
Well, part of it, yeah. But, I mean, it's that the WNBA is – I think there was somewhat of a feeling that these girls had already been there. They had built the league without her.
Right.
Put your headset on if you want to weigh in. Just quit
what is Michael just over there talking to himself?
He's
old man muttering on press row.
Is he eating his chips?
All right,
no. This the WNBA.
Why is Caitlin Clark not being treated fairly?
Because
Mace asks, is it because she's white or is it because she's white and straight?
Well, that plays into it, but her style. People had never seen her style before. Jackie Stiles was sort of like her. That's before you guys even paid attention. You wouldn't know who she is, but she played similar to Caitlin. But Caitlin had the NCAA behind her. All of a sudden, Iowa got on the stage because of her style. She was basically a female Steph Curry. And you see how appealing Steph Curry's game is for men? Well, she is a female version of Steph, and that's why people loved her.
Why do you think they jerked her around?
Because the jealousy and envy, Ireland. Women are petty.
I don't
Pettiness,
disagree.
jealousy,
Don't say
and
women
envy.
are petty. People
yes, they are.
We are not
People
petty,
are
sir.
petty. Don't single out women as being petty.
Don't give me that. Listen, I'm
not
not
You
being
are look, I am just.
No,
A lot of us are petty.
They were jealous. They didn't like the fact that she was getting all this attention. What about us? What about us? They kept saying. But we had seen the women play the same style. And they were great players in the WNBA. Maya Moore, Cheryl Miller, but
Sue Bird,
Diana
Taurasi.
Those girls can play. But Caitlin was different. That's why her game appealed to men as well as women. That's why people watch, and they don't want to give her credit.
And Michael's right about her being a female Steph Curry. That's how they should have treated her.
Right.
Is like they're saying, hey, we have somebody here that's going to change the game for the better.
And listen, Mace,
yes.
who else is in the studio?
Bergman.
Greg, Laura,
Brian.
all of them.
From the male standpoint, the male point of view, we went through this in the NBA, okay? When I came into the league was basically, struggling to trying to survive. All of a sudden, here comes Larry Bird and Magic Johnson.
Right.
Whoa, everybody, these two guys are in the league now. Now we'll pay attention. Us as fellow males in the league, were we mad at them? Did we treat them bad? No. As every player, including myself and everybody I play with, we appreciated that Magic and Larry were bringing the attention to the NBA. The WNBA treated Caitlin exactly the opposite.
So let me ask you something real fast. Sorry. Michael, I mean, Sabrina Ionescu just came out a couple of years ago, and she seems to have a very similar type game as Caitlin Clark. I don't watch it as much, so I might be wrong.
Similar.
So why did they not rally around or do these same things with Ionescu?
Because Ionescu is good. She's good. I like her a lot. But she
didn't sell out arenas.
Yeah, she doesn't pass the ball.
She's a Steph Curry type player. She shoots from deep.
Yeah, kind of. You're right.
She goes against Steph Curry.
But Caitlin's passing as well. She passes the ball like Jokic. She shoots from the logo. We never seen any woman do that before in the history of the game. And plus she was leading this little hick school, Iowa. It wasn't like she was playing for UConn or
Right.
Tennessee or South Carolina. She's leading little Iowa with C-level teammates. She didn't, these people who played at UConn, these girls, no, she's not an all-time great because she didn't lead a team to a championship. Well, Breanna Stewart, they all played with 5-star All-American players. Caitlin had no All-American, not one All-American player that she ever played with, but she took her team to the Final Four twice. No other player in history ever did that.
There you
done?
go.
Yeah, there you go. I'm going to let Michael end on that note.
That's right.
I want to ask you something, Michael, and Ireland, something that we all kicked around the other day about the NBA and whether it might be, to whatever degree, broken. We'll get to that coming up. Mason and Ireland. Bergman's here, live from Minnesota, both John Ireland and Michael Thompson. It is Friday. It's Effed Friday on 710.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Insurance claim. Those two words used to instantly manifest a pit in my stomach. In fact, I get flashbacks of being lowballed and made to feel like a criminal. And of course, just being ignored. No insurance company is in a rush to fairly compensate clients, even though they unabashedly take our money every year. All of that's behind me now, and I'm never going back thanks to Avner Gatt. Dealing with insurance companies is all they do. Avner Gatt has one of the largest teams of professional licensed public insurance adjusters in California, and many of these people used to work for insurance companies. The team at Avner Gatt knows exactly how to handle your claim. You also have some Avner Gatt adjusters with experience in handling hazardous materials, where asbestos and lead testing was their profession. Some of them used to work at law firms handling bad faith claims. Trust me, they know how to deal with any insurance claim dispute. Avner Gatt covers all of Southern California with a real passion for helping people, which becomes all the more obvious when you realize Avner and his family are still the ones answering the phones. So whatever unfortunate occurrence led you to the insurance claim and subsequent abusive relationship, being lowballed, ignored, judged, know that Avner has your back. And if somehow I still haven't convinced you, just check out what seems to be a never-ending stream of 5-star reviews on Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. Call today. 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256 and online at avnergatt.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2024. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Paid for by Cars for Kids.
Happy holidays from Mir Audio Video in Westwood with an exclusive deal for ESPN LA listeners. Introducing the stunning 98-inch LG QNED. This TV is next level for a limited time only. Our friends at Mir will be offering this once-in-a-lifetime TV for the lowest price on the planet. You can make it yours for just $4,100, including delivery. Hurry, because supply is limited. 310-234-4010. That's 310-234-4010. Thank you, Mir Audio Video.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, you know to check that your seats aren't in the visitor section first, before buying tickets.
I'm so excited for this game. I can't believe you got us tickets.
Me too. Wait, are we on the wrong side?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
This is going to be a long game.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Adam Schefter here with Vivid Seats. We've got some late-breaking news coming out of the stands. According to multiple sources, Vivid Seats fans are scoring rewards on every purchase and at a rapid pace. Obviously, these rewards are a game changer, and coupled with their MVP-worthy ticket selection, why get tickets anywhere else? Don't drop the ball this season. Shop with Vivid Seats and earn rewards on every ticket. And as the official ticketing partner of ESPN, Vivid Seats is offering you $20 off your first $200 ticket purchase with code Schefter. That's code Schefter.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
Is this Britney Spears?
Jessica Simpson.
Jessica Simpson.
Close.
If it was Britney Spears, there'd be like knives spinning and stuff. So Michael Thompson's here, John Ireland's here, Bergman's here. So we talked about this the other day, Michael. I want to get your thought on it. Ratings for the NBA are down slightly, down 10% pretty much across the board. And B.J. Armstrong, former Chicago Bulls guard and played in the NBA for a long time, says he thinks the NBA is broken. It's become very, very predictable. It's get down court, chuck up a three, and get back on defense. What do you think? Has it become too predictable?
Oh, yeah.
And can you draw a relationship between that and this slight ratings decline?
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's all cookie cutter. All the offenses look the same. Spread the court, shoot a three. Set a high screen, shoot a three, go one-on-one. All the creativity of offense is gone. I don't even know, as you notice, Greg and Mace, when during a timeout, what does a coach do? He goes in there, grabs the clipboard, and draws up plays. Like, don't you have regular plays? You can just sit down and tell the guys what to run.
Right.
It's like they're making up plays as they go along. I don't get it. It never used to be that way when we played. We used to sit down with Pat Riley or Jack Ramsey. All right, guys, out of this timeout, let's run a one out. Let's run a fist up. Let's run a 52. That's how we used to talk in the huddle with the coaches. Now they sit out there and they scribble up plays like they're drawing up dirt, like you're drawing up a play on the playground. It's weird.
What do you
you're
think?
Right. And Ireland and I would change the game. We get rid of defense in 3 seconds. We get rid of these stupid call reviews. We speed the game up so they can be done in 2 hours.
Well, Ireland suggested the other day. Oh, go ahead, John. I think you were going to do exactly what I said.
Michael, I say eliminate the corner three. Make the line go straight to the sidelines to discourage so many threes. What do you think?
I don't mind the corner three. I would add a 4-point line. That would bring some more excitement to the games and keep games close. Like we got a 6 or 7 point lead with a minute to go. The game's never in doubt because guys can now knock down 30-footers with ease.
But doesn't that just bring in more three-point shooting? You're just shooting more and more three-pointers.
Yeah, that's the danger of it. Yeah, guys will settle for the 4-pointer instead of the 3.
You're getting more shots from deeper, more missed shots. I mean, eventually they'll start hitting those like Steph and Dame and Trae Young.
That's a good point. Maybe you're right.
Yeah,
and
so
I would also eliminate all the timeouts. No, you got one timeout. 2 minutes and less. You got one timeout. That's it. Let the game play out. I hate all this stoppages. The last 2 minutes takes 20 minutes to play.
Michael and I would fix the game forever if you put us in charge for just 1 day.
1 day.
Put us in charge for 1 day. We'll institute 7 or 8 rule changes, and everybody would be happy.
That's right.
And our first move as commissioners would be no replays until 2 minutes or less to go in a game.
I'd go further. Just no replays.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
No replays.
Yeah, I'm fine with that, too.
Yeah. Just call on the floor.
Michael played an entire career without replay.
And we were fine. The only thing you can replay is if a flagrant foul or not. Other than that, let the game play.
So I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but LeBron James' son, Bronny, went for 30 last night for the South Bay Lakers. How about that?
Really happy for him.
That's right.
And I think... I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. I think maybe being away from LeBron and out of his dad's shadow may have contributed.
Oh, wait a minute. Nobody ever even suggested this. So wait a minute. You're saying that maybe being at the end of the bench watching his dad play wasn't the best way to get better at the game?
And actually flying with the team to the away games and playing in the away games is a good idea?
Well, you know,
that was a lot of mockery. Sorry, we probably overdid that.
Hey, but Michael, to his credit, Michael said no, he has to play.
Michael said has to play, yeah.
Yeah, he's got to play in G League. Let him learn his craft. He's got to stay there a year or two. So what? He's 19.
That's fine.
Well, what I like, too, is that when Bronny went to the the South Bay Lakers. Quincy Olivari came here.
Yeah.
And Quincy Olivari is going to play here tonight.
Oh, he's fantastic. I
And-
love, he brings so much passion. You want to talk about, he gets back on defense so fast. I mean,
he plays like a
wants to
guy
be out
who-
there.
Who is thankful to have a spot in the league.
Do you think he'll ever get jaded, Ireland? He's so thankful to be in this league for this opportunity. Let's say Quincy has a good couple of years, and all of a sudden he gets a 4 or 5 year extension for $70 million. Will he still be the same?
I hope so.
He's gonna be all blinged
But
out.
the
He's
answer
gonna
is
get
the
big
answer is
bars.
probably not.
Probably
So,
not.
I remember the Clippers had a guy named Maurice Taylor.
Yeah.
Good player out
Oh,
of
yeah.
Michigan.
Yeah.
I was interviewing him once when I was working with the Clippers as a rookie, and I go, so if you get a big deal, if you get your first big contract, am I going to see you walking around here with a giant diamond M and, basically getting all blinged out? And he goes, no, not me, not my style. 3 years later, shows up with a big giant diamond M. It was unbelievable.
I hope he doesn't turn into that guy.
No,
Because
I
it's so
hope he doesn't.
refreshing to see a guy like that on the floor
So,
right now.
Mace, here's my question.
Yes.
How did you survive last night? That might have been the worst
Oh, it's beautiful
Thursday
football.
night football
That's
game
the way the game
in
was meant to be
history.
played. It was
We-
poetic, I thought.
Bill McDonald and I tried to FaceTime you. Of course, you didn't answer.
Oh, no, I don't answer during, especially not during games.
But Billy was going crazy because he's a Rams season ticket holder like you.
Yes.
And he went like, is Cooper Kupp going to have it? Did he even catch a pass?
No, not a
0 for
pass.
3.
Not a single pass.
How did they win that game?
Well, because I attribute everything to the weather and the rain. McVay actually brought up the rain 3 times during his halftime interview. There's no question that was affecting everybody. You had to run the football. Kyron Williams, very good. And they were on their 4th-string running back who didn't do much of anything. And you get away with the win. I would imagine if the weather had been different, the outcome might have been different. The Rams would have rolled up some points. But in that weather, I was okay with it.
To me, there was 2 things that happened. So the 49ers had a big play that was dropped by Deebo Samuel after being asking for the ball.
Might have been a touchdown.
It probably would have been a touchdown. And the Rams actually got the big play from Puka Nacua. Puka Nacua was horny on his route, and he was able to get
have you heard
downfield.
that, John?
No, I don't understand. What's the
what?
horny on the route bit?
Hang on.
What do you mean?
The first thing I told Coop was, I was like, man, I was a little horny in my route. I was like, man,
It's a little horny in his route.
Okay.
Does he mean like he ran the shape of a horn?
No, I think
no.
what he means is he went a little too. He got so horny that he didn't run the route right.
Got a
He
little
got
too
excited.
Too excited.
Too excited, right?
Too excited.
Too
on the
excited.
route.
So he's not making a reference to ram horn.
No, he is not.
No, it's
I
not.
do not
It is
believe so.
not a Rams horn.
So I wanted we did this a little while ago, John, but I think you should be witness to it, and Michael,
Okay.
you too. I put this question into ChatGPT, and I can't believe what came out.
Okay.
It says, write a new version of the 12 Days of Christmas involving Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. On the first day of Christmas, Mason gave to me a hot take on ESPN. On the second day of Christmas, Ireland gave to me 2 Laker wins and a hot take on ESPN.
Wow.
On the third day of Christmas, Mason gave to me 3 Rams debates, 2 Lakers wins, and a hot take on ESPN. Now, let me go to the end, the very last one, so you can hear all 12.
Yeah.
On the 12th day of Christmas, Ireland gave to me 12 bets on Ireland, 11 rants for Mason, 10 picks for Sunday, 9 drops of Morales, 8 sound drops playing, 7 trivia stumpers, 6 callers yelling, 5 commercial breaks, 4 parlay bets, 3 Rams debates, 2 Lakers wins, and a hot take on ESPN.
Wow, how good is that?
Is that crazy?
It's great, right?
That's why AI is taking over the world right there.
It
They
definitely
don't need people.
is.
You just need AI.
Isn't it kind of scary, MT?
It's getting
Like,
smarter.
It's
Nah,
too
just pull
good.
Just pull the plug.
Pull the plug.
Just
Oh,
pull the
yeah,
plug.
just pull the plug.
You want to stop all of it.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
You
if
want
we,
black and
water
white
on it.
TVs
if we
too?
get in trouble, pull the plug.
Yeah, or throw some water on it. Once
Yeah.
the water will short them out.
Michael,
Exactly.
what should we do about these car-sized drones?
Shoot them down.
No, you can't shoot him down.
There's enough guns out there. People can go out there when they fly over your house, shoot at them, knock them down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's what we want, random guns showing up and shooting into the sky.
now they're
you
in
probably-
San Bernardino now, Michael,
That's so
as of
weird.
last night. The
Yeah.
same drones. They have pictures of them. I saw them on the news last night, and they matched the picture in New Jersey to the picture in San Bernardino. They're the exact same drones.
Yeah, there's something swears going on, all right. But I'm sure the White House knows what it is, too. They just don't want to tell us.
They won't tell us. I mean, the Homeland Security says we don't know. The
Yeah, right.
Defense Department says we don't know. FAA says we don't know. What the hell are these things?
It's another way to spy on us. eavesdropping.
When
on
you
us.
say they, who's spying? The government?
The government, yeah. The CIA ops. No
But
question
what's
about
in New Jersey? What's in San Bernardino?
Well, you'd be surprised all kind of CIA stuffs in all these different cities, man.
But San Bernardino, what's in San Bernardino that could be so important?
You should see the U.S. embassy they're building in the Bahamas. It looks like a fortress. Now,
Does
it? You think they're putting that embassy up there just to deliver passports? No, baby.
Hey.
It looks like the Pentagon they're building there.
By the way, is there a U.S. ambassador to the Bahamas?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know who it is?
No, I don't know his name, but yeah, we definitely have one.
You should be that.
No,
Yeah,
gotta
you
be an
should
American.
be that.
Well, I am an American. I guess I could be.
No,
yeah.
I think you have to give a lot of money to the candidate to be an ambassador. Isn't
Well,
that basic?
Michael's got a lot of money.
Don't
He
you
could do
buy
that.
ambassadorships from the president? I think.
No, didn't Kerry Lake just get one?
Yeah.
All you got to do is be like a Trump loyalist and you get one.
Kimberly Guilfoyle's going to Greece. But you're right, I couldn't do it in the Bahamas because all the Bahamians would be mad at me. So who are you, American or Bahamian?
So as of June 24th, 2024, Kimberly Furnish is the chargé d'affaires of the United States Embassy in the Bahamas.
She does not have a street named after her.
No,
in the
she does
Bahamas.
not.
No way.
No, she
What
does
about Rick
not.
Fox? How about Rick Fox?
That's a cushy job because you don't have to worry about getting shot and you live by the beach.
Yeah, exactly. That is a good game. All right, coming up next, going to do some game of games. I think it is Laura's game today.
Sure.
Yeah, excellent.
Hey, Laura, how's the knee?
It's okay. It's a little weird today, but that's a
little wonky.
She slept on it, fun.
I actually slept on it by mistake, and
Okay.
not good. Not good.
Are you walking better than Billy Mack?
Oh yeah, anybody is now. Billy's got two bad knees.
Does he both bad knees now?
Yeah.
Crutches?
He's
Is
getting
he walking around in
he's
crutches?
getting a double MRI on Monday.
He's walking like a
damn.
white Fred Sanford.
All right,
Call back for
so
Clapper.
Game of Games is coming up next. In the meantime, hey, want to have more fun watching the NBA? You got to try playing sleeper picks. Now, I play, I'll be honest, I play every day. I always have got a parlay rolling on sleeper picks. This is what I got for tonight. When I'm watching the game, I like to have some action. So for tonight, I've got Austin Reaves more than 1.5 threes. I've got Victor Wembanyama in the San Antonio game, more than 3.5 blocks. And I've got Anthony Davis, more than 28.5 points. Going to have to do some scoring tonight. And on that bet, wager, I can make 12 times my money. Just download the Sleeper app today. Pick more or less on at least 2 projected player stats, points, rebounds, assists, blocks, etc. If you're right, you can win up to 100 times your cash. For a limited time, Sleeper has got a special offer new users. Just have to play $5 and get $55 in free entries. Just download the Sleeper app today. Use code 710. $55 in free entries when you play $5. That's code 710. Download the Sleeper app today. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason in Ireland.
I mean, come on.
By the way, I do believe Sammy Davis Jr. was a Simpsons character at one point.
Of course he was.
Really?
Wow. Sammy Davis Jr. appeared in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Simpsons episodes.
That's right, man. That's right, babe. Hey, Bart, you're great, babe, okay?
Sedano and Cap back Monday at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN. That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
Creed. Bio for Wellington Land, the Summer of '99 tour returns. August 7th at Crisure Arena. With special guests 3 doors down. At Mammoth WVH. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Creed returns the Summer of 99 tour.
Hey, John Ireland here. Are you going through a life change? Whether you're downsizing, inheriting a home, or ready for a change, Seller's Advantage is here to make selling your home easy. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs, no hassle. With Seller's Advantage, you're in control. Close as quickly as you want and do it on your own terms. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-2747 or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Old Spice Swagger Holiday Pack, perfect for a gift to treat yourself. 24/7 holiday freshness with daily use can smell your bestest. I'm gonna be smelling great all season. Old Spice scents just can't be beaten. Chock full of value, saving that green. Got the essentials needed to feel clean. Deodorant, hair, body wash, and spray. Celebrate your holiday the Old Spice way. Ho 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 ho.
Hey, pet parents. With Progressive's collision coverage, you get extra protection for your cat or dog, because there's nothing worse than seeing your pet hurt. Like when you see their face after accidentally stepping on their tail, and you say, "I'm so sorry, Mr. Pickles." But as you kiss his nose and rub his little belly welly, you know Mr. Pickles is thinking, "You betrayed me." Anywho, Progressive pays up to $1,000 in vet bills if your pet is injured in an auto accident. Learn more at Progressive.com and watch where you step. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Collision coverage subject to policy terms. Not available in all states.
710 ESPN. And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com. Call Jacob. Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle. Call Jacob. Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. Bergman is here. Michael and Ireland are in Minnesota. Brian's here in the studio, and it is Laura's game today. Laura, what do you got going?
All right, before I go, because I haven't been here really in December, Mason, you have 3, Ireland 2, Beto 1, Michael 1, Lindsay 1, Momo 1, Brian 1, and I won yesterday, so me 1.
Okay.
Way to go, Laura.
Come on, Greg.
0.
Well, you just got back, too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
You know. All right, so yesterday you did a Christmas game, and you kind of inspired me because I needed to finish some shopping.
Okay.
So I did a Google search about what are the top gifts for 2024. And before people come at me, this is according to realsimple.com and billboard.com. I just picked a few of, actually, the randomest 10 that I could find.
Okay.
So here it is. It's going to be, I'm going to give you a prize, and you're either a prize for the item. You're either going to tell me if it's higher or lower than what I gave you.
Okay.
Great.
Ireland, will you do the honors?
Yeah, sure.
You're good at it.
So if you have a candle lover in your family or friend circle,
Perfect gift.
A candle
no matter
warmer
where you are,
lamp.
people love candles.
well, a candle warmer lamp will run you higher or lower than $30.
Brian.
Lower.
Greg.
Candle warmer lamp. I'm going to go more.
Higher.
Going higher.
Higher.
All right,
Yeah.
Mace.
Lower.
I'm with Greg. Higher. Michael.
Higher.
It is $42 is the average price for a candle warmer lamp.
All right, so Brian, John,
Lamp.
and Michael got it.
Right.
Yeah.
Doesn't a
Candle
flame
warmer
just
lamp.
warm the...
No, no, it's a whole thing.
Okay.
So
Because
what
of
about?
electricity.
So what about a Stanley tumbler? Those are like the things, right? The fancy.
I am holding one in my hand.
Oh, so you might really give me.
Well,
you
how
should
many?
show us.
No, how many ounces? is
It
your
doesn't
tumbler?
say. It just says Stanley tumbler. So
Okay.
if you want to
Okay.
give one to a friend, will it run you higher or lower than $43?
Greg.
Ooh, so it really does depend on the size, but I will say higher.
Mace.
Higher.
I'm going lower. Michael.
Lower.
Brian.
Lower.
Yep, even like at the highest ones, it's not that high. The average price $32.
Okay.
All right, so Ireland, Michael, and Brian have 2 each, and Greg and Mace have bupkis.
Yes.
No, I got one last one. I got the last
Brian
one.
did, Greg did get one.
Brian, did you not get the last one?
I did not, no.
Okay, so I gave that
Honestly,
to Ross.
I should just get the second point, but,
All right.
Yes, we know Jesus does all the shopping in your house.
Yes, that is true.
What about
Javier.
the music lovers in your life? If they are in the shower and they want a shower Bluetooth speaker, will it run you higher or lower than $20?
Mace, this is you.
I will say just a little higher.
Well, what's interesting about this is I buy a lot of Bluetooth speakers because I hang them on my golf bag, and I put it. So you could buy ones that are higher or lower.
Yeah.
Does it have the brand, Laura?
No, this is just generic brand, Amazon, from their thing.
I'm going to go, Mace, you went lower, right?
I went higher.
I'm going to go lower. Michael.
Higher.
Brian.
Higher.
Greg.
I'm with Ireland, lower.
It is higher, $30 on their website.
All right, so Michael's got the lead by himself.
I know
And
how
this
to
is
shop.
shower because
And
it's
Mason and Brian got that
a
right, too.
shower speaker. So it's like, you can get it wet and all that
Right,
stuff.
right.
All right, for your techie friends, you can get them a 3-to-1 charger, so you can charge your Apple Watch, your AirPods, and your phone.
Oh, I could use that.
This device will run you $35. Will it be higher or lower than $35?
All right, this one's mine. Again, it depends what brand you get. I'm going to go lower. Michael.
Higher, man. I buy these things all the time.
Brian.
Higher.
Greg.
Lower.
Mace.
Higher.
It is higher. $50. $50. $50.
It's 3 and 1, boys.
3 and
It's a little
1.
higher.
All right,
3 and 1.
Did anyone get that besides Mason or Michael?
Brian.
Brian got it. Okay, so here's the score. Michael 4, Brian 3, Mason 2, Ireland 2, Greg 1.
All right, this one does have the brand.
Okay.
Okay. If you want to gift the Google Pixel Buds Pro 2, will it run you higher or lower than $250?
Michael.
Lower.
Brian.
Higher.
Greg.
Lower. $249.99.
Mace.
I'm gonna say higher.
I'm also going to say higher.
It is lower.
Oh,
$199.
All right, who got that besides Michael?
Greg.
All right, Michael is running away with this.
Oh, yeah.
Michael.
I know how to shop. I'm always online.
guess
Michael has
so.
5, Brian 3, everyone else 2.
All right, so there's 10 of these.
Okay.
So maybe you want to give a friend like me who's always cold. The studio's always cold. But you want to give them gloves, but not just any gloves. These are touch screen gloves, so they can use them,
On your phone
on
and
your
stuff.
phone and
Okay.
stuff.
I feel like we're on a Price is Right now.
I
So-
do too.
Will these run you higher or lower than $20?
Gloves that you can.
You can use because
Use with your
usually
phone.
with the phone you can't use the phone with the regular
Yeah,
gloves.
Michael.
Higher.
Brian.
Lower.
Greg.
I'm sticking with Michael. Higher.
Mace.
Lower.
I think it's higher.
It is higher. Average
Yeah.
price $30.
There is no breaking news. I hit the wrong button.
Fooling people.
All right, Michael, John, and who else got that?
Greg.
Greg. All right, so
I should be out of this by now, shouldn't I?
Michael, how many are left, Laura?
I have 10.
So
How many
are
are
left?
left?
3.
It was not a trick question.
Sorry, 3.
All right, Mace, you are out.
I'm out.
You're the first one out. Everybody else has to go opposite of Michael. Michael has 6, and John, Greg, and Brian have 3 each.
When you're a 1%er like Mace, you don't pay attention to prices.
That is
right.
absolutely not true.
Okay, Laura, what's the next
All
one?
right, so what about if you want to give a friend who's working on their fitness, health, stress, and sleep? Maybe an Aura Ring. Will this run you higher or lower than $330?
Michael, I know you do not have an Aura ring.
I don't need it.
So higher or lower than $330?
Lower. Those things are cheap.
That means all 3 of us, Greg, Brian, and I, have to
Higher.
go
Right,
higher.
higher.
All right, Laura, are we out?
Nope, it is higher.
Hey, you got one wrong.
$350, people.
Okay. 2
300.
left. Michael has 6. Everyone else has 4.
I got 7.
No, you got 6. You just
okay.
missed.
You just missed, Michael.
Yep.
All right, here we go. 2 left.
All right, so what about
Don't pull a Clippers. You're way ahead.
Yeah.
So what about if you want to gift a friend a Skims neck bodysuit? Skims neck bodysuit. Will this run you higher or lower than $25?
All right, Michael. Kim
What?
Kardashian skim bodysuit.
Full bodysuit, I'm going to go higher.
I think you're right. Greg, you, Brian, and I have to go lower.
We
right?
are going lower.
All right, Laura, we go lower.
It is $60.
Oh, yeah, that
Nice.
wasn't even a good price.
25.
25?
Yeah,
Why didn't you
'cause,
say 50?
Well, I'm trying to trick you guys. That's the whole point.
Well, Michael got 7 out of 8. You didn't trick him.
That's right.
Well, he likes to shop. He's a millionaire. He got money. He can shop all day.
That's
Okay,
right.
can I make a
I don't,
suggestion?
Laura.
If
My
you
servants do.
Yeah, if you ever play that
Lord.
game again, Get the brand. Get the brand names because that'll make it. That's
well,
the
this
difference.
one didn't really have any realsimple.com didn't give any brands. Yeah, the other ones that did have is an air tag, right? Like a four-piece air tag.
We're talking about shopping. I told the story earlier, but I ordered Christmas gifts to be delivered, and they were supposed to be here this week, and I got a notice saying it was delivered. I went back and looked. It was delivered to my old business manager's office, which was some kind of default setting, and he's left that office, so he's not in that office anymore. So now I have 4 packages that are out there floating around that I'm never, ever going to see, so I got to go back Christmas shopping again, even though I had it done.
Can I give you a suggestion?
Yeah, please.
Write an email to Amazon explaining it exactly how you just explained it, and I bet you they'll reimburse you for it. They're super generous with stuff like that.
What if I told you it was Etsy as opposed to Amazon?
I don't know what Etsy's policy is, but I've done that before at Amazon. I got a package one day that something had fallen out. It was basically a big Amazon envelope with nothing in it.
Right.
And I sent a note to them explaining what had happened, and they immediately sent me a new one at no charge.
You have the address, though. Why don't you just go to the address and see if the packages are there?
Well, they've gone and checked. They're in the same building. They went and checked. They said there's no packages here. So now I think they're just gone.
The building is saying they're not
there. The building's saying they're not there.
Took them.
Yes,
Porch pirates.
Michael, I do my own shopping, by the way.
You do?
I do.
Yeah, he has his own online shopping. He's not going to stores.
No, and by the way, neither is Juan. Nobody at my house is going to stores. We're all ordering. It's the way to go.
Hey, Mason, I saw a weird tweet with a picture of you and Juan at a Ram game. Did you see that tweet?
No.
Okay, so you two are sitting in the stands. I don't know where the picture came from, but a listener has it. And it appears that sitting 2 seats over to you, Juan is on the end, and you're like a seat or two in.
Right, Juan's on the end. I'm a seat in.
Right.
And then 2 seats to your right, there's a guy that looks exactly like Michael Bloomberg. And you didn't go to a Ram game and notice that Michael Bloomberg, the former mayor of New York City, was sitting in your row, did you?
I did not. I don't think that really is Michael Bloomberg.
Did you look at the picture?
No, I don't. Who's got the picture? Send me the picture. Find it and send it to you. Yeah. I mean, there's a section there where, who did I have sitting next to me not long? Joe Scarborough sat next to us.
So,
a while back.
Scarborough and Bloomberg probably talk.
Probably know each other, yeah.
Maybe somebody gave him
I'm
those
surprised
seats.
that a photo like that even exists.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Kevin Reese shot it or something.
It could have been Kevin Reese. Kevin Reese is he's got some great shots of us. All right, coming up next for you, I want to ask you guys. We're on until 3:30 today. Lakers versus Minnesota tonight. Is ESPN driven by too many personalities? Is it too personality oriented? We'll get to that coming up next. Mason in Ireland. Michael and John Ireland are in Minnesota, 710 ESPN.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Get ready, LA. The Art of Sport LA Bowl, hosted by Gronk, is back at SoFi Stadium on December 18th at 6 p.m. Be there as the Mountain West top team goes head-to-head with the former Pac-12 contender in a showdown you won't want to miss. Tickets and premium suites are on sale now. Don't miss out on your chance to be a part of the action. Visit LABowlGame.com to secure your seats today. That's LABowlGame.com.
After a massive win over the Buffalo Bills, your Los Angeles Rams return home with a playoff berth within reach. Rep the Royal in Soul and pack SoFi Stadium as Matthew Stafford and the Rams seek revenge against Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. The stage is set for a race to the playoffs. Grab your tickets today at therams.com/AZ. Again, that is therams.com/AZ to watch your Rams battle the Cardinals on Saturday, December 28th or Sunday, December 29th at SoFi Stadium. See you at the Rams house.
Hey, it's
It's Mace. You have never experienced anything like Cosm. Trust me, it will blow your mind, and you can experience the Emirates NBA Cup like never before. NBA action in immersive shared reality. Every assist and dunk and buzzer beater comes to life on Cosm's immense 8K plus wraparound display. Use our exclusive discount code ESPNLA. Get 20% off any NBA event in November. Get your tickets now at Cosm.com. That's COSM.com.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the number 1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The number 1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
So I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but Aaron Rodgers was on McAfee this week. And
he's on every week, isn't he?
Yes,
always,
he is.
yes, every Tuesday.
This week he said something interesting. He said he thinks ESPN is too personality-driven. And I want you to listen, first of all, which is ridiculous in and of itself, but listen to the way Mina Kimes responded to what Aaron Rodgers said.
I'm not offended by it at all. I do think it's worth parsing out the things that he said. His point that personality-driven programming has overtaken highlights. He's well within his rights to note that, but others are well within their rights to note that he is espousing that opinion on a personality-driven program that employs him as a personality during the NFL season. That context does matter here. The other context that matters is I think there's some subtext that he is saying some of the criticism perhaps of his play this year might have been unfounded. Again, he is totally well within his rights to note that, but a lot of the criticism this year is substantiated because of his play, and I guess that's why I come away from this feeling like there is a lot of validity to this message, but it does seem like the wrong messenger at this moment.
Fair. Yeah, this is, I got news for
Insane.
For Aaron Rodgers. I mean, she pointed out he is a personality on a personality-driven show. Aaron's contention is, I want more highlights, I want to hear more. And the reality is, ESPN has become less about that because highlights are available everywhere. I can go to Twitter and get highlights from the game, or YouTube and get highlights from the game. So it's not just, it is opinion-driven, it is personality-driven, and he, by the way, has been part of that.
It's all right here on your phone. Anytime you want to get anything, you can get a highlight on YouTube, anything you want on your phone at any time. You go to ESPN because you want to hear what we are saying or the personalities on TV are saying about the highlight, not so much the actual highlight itself.
I'll kind of reverse engineer this. If Aaron Rodgers was in our line of work and he made that statement, he goes, look, I don't want to give opinions anymore. I just want to give facts, or I just want to give highlights. He would be fired.
Yes.
Immediately. If you look at the people that are on the air now, it's all people that aren't afraid to give opinions.
Yep.
We're wrong all the time.
Speak for yourself.
You're wrong more than anybody.
True.
But it doesn't matter because you're willing to put it out there. I mean,
Yes.
I think that if you're not willing to engage in opinion, the highest paid person at ESPN is Stephen A. Smith.
Yes.
All he does is give opinions.
Yep.
I thought it was Pat McAfee.
Yeah, so does Pat McAfee, the show that Aaron Rodgers is on.
That's his whole deal. Yeah.
Right, and if you look at the people that get laid off when there are all these media layoffs, and a lot of them are, it's normally people that don't give a lot of opinion.
Yeah.
It's replaceable parts.
What we do here is personality radio. I know we still talk sports. We go in and out of sports, but this is a personality radio station. That is personality TV that you're watching on ESPN. That's just the way the world has moved to.
Right. I mean,
yeah. I'm actually surprised that Rodgers doesn't understand
does
that.
anything really surprise you with Aaron Rodgers?
You know what? That's a good point. Like, if he announced today he was becoming a Tibetan monk, you would go,
Yep.
huh.
Sounds about
and
right.
that fits. Or if he announced today that he was taking over for Hugh Hefner and restarting Playboy,
But
you'd go, huh, he's always been a little out
But
there.
isn't that good? You want everybody to be cookie cutter. This wasn't Dennis Rodman, entertaining.
Well, that's what we're discussing.
Right.
I don't know why he has this opinion. I mean, it just doesn't make it.
But
like,
he's playing.
Mina's right.
And one of the things he says is he thinks that ESPN personalities are self-centered, that they make it all about themselves.
Well, of
I
course.
mean,
they trying to self-promote.
Aaron Rodgers doesn't make it all about himself.
Every athlete does.
But nobody more annoying than Aaron Rodgers.
Come on,
Aaron
darkness
Rodgers,
retreats,
darkness
ayahuasca.
retreats, and all that stuff he does. I mean, it's so annoying.
Yeah, I mean, Sean Hannity, Joe Scarborough, Tucker Carlson, everybody makes it about themselves.
Yeah, I mean, that's why if you look at
I don't
the
know who some of those people are, but
but Mace, to Michael's point, if you look at some of the ratings from the news outlets during the election, the places that give opinion are way up in ratings, and the places that try and give you facts with no opinion are way down, like almost off the chart down. So I mean, it's not what works.
Yeah,
it's
not what moves
works in media.
You got to move the needle. You got to make an impression. Aaron Rodgers does that. Love him or hate him. A lot of people hate him.
Facts are boring. Opinions are interesting.
And that's why Tony Romo's so good. Your favorite.
Tony Romo just won't shut up, Michael. Just will not shut up, that man. He is. If you were to make analyst rankings, I would put him at the bottom.
At the bottom.
At the bottom.
Wow.
I like Greg Olson. I
great.
like Troy Aikman. Chris
Good.
Collinsworth, I
Great.
think, is the very best at it.
You like Brady?
Work in progress.
I don't think I've ever actually listened to Brady.
I think the jury is out on Brady. Don't you? I mean, I haven't heard enough. I think it's unfair to judge somebody on their first season at that job.
I think he's fitting in nice. I like him.
I think he's okay. He's okay. Yeah. He's not made a huge impression on me, but I think it takes a little bit of time to do that.
Michael, are you learning anything from Tom Brady? I don't watch him enough to really care.
Yeah, man.
Are you learning? Is he telling you what's happening in the play?
Of course. Yeah, when he dissects the game and what should have happened and why this coverage didn't work.
What he would have done.
Like
does he do stuff like that?
But I learned the most from Collinsworth, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Knows his stuff. He really does. Michael, what did you think of Belichick going to North Carolina?
We were talking about that on the bus yesterday. Does this guy really want to recruit 17 and 18-year-olds?
Hey, he already has.
Well, I'm talking about men, not the ladies.
Yeah. Look out. Look out, co-eds at North Carolina.
Yeah, I just don't see him as a college coach. That just doesn't seem to fit. That'd be like Phil Jackson going to coach, I don't know, Notre Dame or something.
So I think if he was going, Mace, to Alabama or Notre Dame or Ohio State, it might not work. But North Carolina football is nothing.
Well, the ACC is kind of nothing. You can win the
right.
ACC.
So I think it's an upgrade over Mac Brown, and it is it's fine because it's not a football powerhouse school.
Isn't it, Dion?
Deion and Belichick are very
but isn't it, Dion, that we are going to follow North Carolina football this year the way we did follow Colorado football when Dion took over? I think it's going to be a fascinating story.
Probably. Did you also see that he has his buyout moves? Like it's after something like June 5th or something like that. If he's still there at June 5th, he gets a $10 million buyout. If he leaves before June 5th, it's a $1 million buyout.
Yeah,
so if he gets a job in the NFL, you only have to pay him $1 million.
Yeah, so his buyout between now and June is $10 million. After June, it drops to just $1 million. So, in other words, it's tailor-made for if somebody comes along, an NFL team comes along and wants to hire him after June 1, 2025, it's only $1 million buyout. So I think he's kind of hedging his bet there. I think what he really wants to do is set up his kid. Steve Belichick as the coach at North Carolina somewhere down the line. And you know that always works so well. Belichick assistants have always performed so well historically.
Yeah, that's just weird. And I'm trying to think if that's ever happened before, that a major coach in any sport has basically handed it over to his kid. I mean, like Rick Pitino's son worked his way up at other schools, not necessarily working for Rick. But is there an example of a coach in a major sport taking over a job and then handing it to his son? I can't think of one.
Don't know. What a Nepo baby, huh? What a Nepo baby.
Yeah, we hate Nepo babies.
Right, we don't like Nepo babies.
Yeah, Belichick's coaching tree is a cactus.
Yes, it is. But I mean,
by the way, do you think on a kind of related note?
Yeah.
Do you think people there's a very large crowd of people that are, in my opinion, overly critical of Bronny James?
Yes, I agree.
Do you think what happened last night will shut any of those people up, or will they just say one night he got lucky?
He needs to perform with some level of consistency because before last night he really hadn't done much in South Bay Laker games. So, if he develops a level of consistency, I would imagine some of the but I don't think the criticism will ever go away. Like if you're in the NFL, if you're a coach in the NFL, chances are you got where you are because of nepotism, or many people did. I brought this up the other day, but and God bless her, Beyonce and Jay-Z's kid is in a movie right now, Blue Ivy. Nobody's saying, just nepotism. It's just, for some reason, it sticks to Bronny when it doesn't stick to other people.
Yeah, when it comes to Bronny, though, he did have back-to-back games of 16 points in G League games, and now he put up a 30. I think the fact that he's going on the road with the team will help people as well, because when it came down, because he wasn't going anywhere and he wasn't scoring and he wasn't putting up points, they were saying, okay, and you're sitting on the end of the bench. They didn't like that. Now that he's actually playing in the G League, you'll like that.
All right,
he's paying his dues.
Yes, exactly. People want him to pay his dues.
All right, coming up next for you, going to do our Big Five picks. So Ireland, I've got the current standings.
Didn't I go 4-1 last week?
Let me see, Michael.
I think I did.
All I care about is if I'm still in first place. I doubt I am.
I think the only game I missed might have been the Rams.
Michael, last week you were 3-2. 3-2 last week. Yeah, very average. So overall in the Big 12 pick or Big 5 picks, Michael, I've got you at a very, very healthy 60%.
All right.
You've picked twice, and you're 6-4.
My free throw percentage.
Exactly. Let me see. I got Ireland, you and me at 54.5%. So we're tied.
We're tied? Oh, that's a big week.
Big week. We'll do the Big 5 picks coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Going through a life change? Whether you're downsizing, you've inherited a home, or you're just ready for a change, Seller's Advantage is here to make selling your home easy. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. With Seller's Advantage, you're in control. Close as quickly as you want and do it on your own terms. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-2747 or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Transform your home into a smart sanctuary with Mir Audio Video. For over 40 years, Mir's been the trusted experts in smart home technology as an authorized dealer for Crestron, Control4, Lutron. Don't settle for less. Choose the best with Mir Audio Video. Visit the showroom at 2040 Westwood Boulevard or give them a call, 310-234-4010. You can also check them out online at MirAudioVideo.com. Mir Audio Video, where your smart home dreams come true.
Hey guys, it's Sedano at Los Angeles International Airport. Changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and there's extensive water damage. This is when it can feel as though your relationship with your insurance has become an abusive one. They don't agree that you need a replacement living arrangement, despite it being glaringly obvious. Then, the insurance adjuster leaves you hanging. You feel abandoned with a home that is no longer livable, and you now have no other choice than to use the insurance contractor to make repairs, which includes their brazen attempt at lowballing the estimate. Okay, so here's what you do. You take a deep breath, then you call Avner Gatt. They're one of California's largest public adjusting firms, and trust me, size does matter in this case because Avner Gatt has experienced it all. Insurance companies can make you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope in getting your home back together. Avner Gatt knows exactly how to handle these situations. Not only do they have extensive knowledge on how to handle your dilemma, but they remain passionate about helping people. It's why Avner and his family continue to take the calls themselves at Avner Gatt Inc. They cover all of Southern California, and if I haven't convinced you with all of these truth bombs thus far, just check out what seems to be a never-ending stream of 5-star reviews on Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. So, whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256. And you can go online to avnergatt.com.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason and Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
All right, here we go. Big Five picks brought to you by Islands. If you're craving that beach vibe, there is an Islands restaurant near you with all your favorites. They are crafting your perfect Islands moments with classic burgers, fresh-cut fries, local brews, and never-ending summer drinks. All right, I have selected 5 games from the NFL. And I mentioned, let's see, just get the scoreboard here. Mason, 54.5% right. Ireland tied. Bergman, 48%. Brian, 49%. Laura, 51%. And Michael, 60%. So actually...
small sample size for Michael. Let's see you do it again.
Exactly. And we will start with Michael on this very first one. Let's start with the Indianapolis Colts, who are in the playoff picture at Denver. Indy's getting 4.5 points. Michael, who do you like?
Denver. I got Denver. They'll cover.
Denver will cover. Listen to Michael. He's got gambling talk down now, huh?
That's right, yeah.
Let's go to Laura. What do you think, Laura?
Denver.
Brian.
I'll also take Denver.
Denver. A lot of Denver action. Bergman.
Yeah, absolutely on Denver. Their defense has been good, and their Bo Nix is playing great.
Ireland.
It's in Denver, right?
Yep.
Give me the Broncos.
Okay, and I am also with Denver. As Bergman said, the defense has been really, really good. All right, Green Bay is minus 2.5 at Seattle. We're rooting for the Pack here. Green Bay's a 2.5-point favorite at Seattle. I will go first. Go Pack. I will take the Green Bay Packers in that spot. John.
Packers.
Bergman.
I like the Packers, too.
Packers. We're all just agreeing on everything. Brian.
Packers.
Let's see. Laura.
With the crowd, Packers.
So far, we've not picked a different game. Michael, you going to go different?
No, I'll go with the Stuffers or Packers.
Packers it is.
They stuff in boxes.
Yes,
That's
they
how
do.
Got their name.
That is true. Thank you, Michael, for that information. All
All
right.
right. They didn't even know that.
This is a great game. Pittsburgh plus 5.5 at Philly.
That's a
Pittsburgh
lot of points.
plus 5.5 at Philly. John, we start with you.
Give me the Steelers. I'll take the points.
Steelers. Wow, that's bold. All right, Pittsburgh it is. Let's go to Bergman.
100% with John. Yeah, that's too many points to go against Pittsburgh in that defense. Give me Pittsburgh in the points.
Brian.
Give me the Eagles.
Laura.
I am gonna go with the Eagles, and I need that, so better win.
Eagles it is. Michael.
Phillies.
Eagles.
You're taking the Eagles?
Yep.
Philly.
And I am with Michael and Brian and Laura there. I'm going Eagles in that game. All right, Buffalo. 2.5 points. Oh, they're getting 2.5 points at Detroit. Wow, what a game. Buffalo plus 2.5 at Detroit. Start with you, Michael.
I'm going Detroit.
How about you, Laura?
One's a little tough for me, but I'm gonna take. Oh, I don't want to take the Lions, but I'm gonna take the Lions.
Okay, don't want to take them, but we'll take them.
Yeah.
Brian.
I will take Buffalo.
Let's see, Bergman.
If Buffalo wants to be serious, then they have to win. They can't lose back-to-back weeks, so I'm taking Buffalo.
Ireland.
Man, this is the hardest game of the
really
week to
tough
pick.
game.
I'm going to take Detroit because the Vikings are right on their heels, and if Detroit loses, they could lose home field. So give me the Lions.
I consider this to be a Super Bowl preview. This is the matchup I think we're going to get in New Orleans this year. Buffalo and Detroit. Give me Buffalo plus the 2.5. Buffalo plus the 2.5 in Detroit. Last one, local team. Chargers are minus 3.5 versus Tampa. Chargers on a playoff push right now, and I will jump right on the board and say Chargers. Ireland.
Where is the game?
Game
LA.
is in L.A., SoFi Stadium. Chargers
All right,
minus 3.5.
Then give me the Chargers.
Chargers, yeah, because that home field means so much. Bergman.
You know where I'm going. Give me Baker Mayfield and the Bucks
Tampa.
all
You
day
just pick
long.
against
I've
the
always
Chargers
believed in
for
Baker
fun.
Mayfield.
You sure you have.
Always believed in Baker.
You know when I started believing? When he beat the Raiders.
Oh, yeah, you shut your mouth.
For the Rams. Brian.
Bolt up, baby. Give me the Chargers here.
Chargers it is. And who do we got left? Laura.
Michael?
I'm going to pick the Chargers.
Chargers. This show does not hate the Chargers as much as it used to.
I do.
Michael?
Give me the team named after Usain.
The Bolts.
The Bolts. Okay, Chargers. Yeah, thank you. All right, there you have it. Those are the big 5 picks. Again, brought to you by Islands. There is an Islands restaurant near you with all of your favorites when you are craving that beach vibe.
Okay, speaking of food.
Yes.
Oh, you smell the food here?
Yeah.
what do you got? What do you got there?
We are like in a Michael. How would you explain it? We're like in a wind tunnel. I've never had this happen before while we're doing a game. It's like we're next to a barbecue.
We are. It's right behind us.
And they're cooking burgers, and it's like I'm so hungry.
And
I've been
pizza.
I've been sitting here for like 20 minutes, and all the smells of all the food are right next to us.
You got time? Go get some barbecue.
Sounds delicious.
They got pretzels right there. They got
Yeah,
great
Ireland,
food
you
here.
got free time. You got to jump right on with Beto, don't you, Michael?
Not
Yep,
the
I
first
got to jump
segment.
right on with Beto. Beto makes me work. He's not like Sleewa. I miss Sleewa. Bring him back.
Do you miss Slee?
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Talk about great personality on radio.
Oh, come on. We love Slee.
That's right. I miss Slee.
there's Slee.
There he is.
He likes
Hey,
to check
Slee.
in. Oh, and
You guys are wrong.
Beto's also here?
Yeah, Beto's there.
Beto.
Beto's in somewhere else.
Yeah, and I also miss Slee.
Yeah, there you go,
Wait,
Beto.
Beto, where are you physically?
I'm working boxing this weekend in Ontario, and I just got done with the weigh-ins, so I wasn't able to get back in time for the
Oh, I
studio.
gotcha. Okay.
So
Who's
I'm
fighting?
here at the hotel, and I'm
90.
be just like you guys on the Comrex.
On the Comrex.
Who's fighting, Beto?
The main event tomorrow is a guy named Raul Curiel from Mexico against Alexis Wilcher from Santana. 2 undefeated fight. No, he's undefeated, but it'll be good. They don't like each other, and they got into it, and it's a lot of fun.
You know, nighttime there, Beto, in Ontario, you got to look up because they get those drones circling around San Bernardino. So right out there in that direction, they're
drones?
car-sized drones, Beto. Will
Hey,
you
Beto,
keep an
Mace.
eye out for them?
Mace, you know it's so cold back here. I got a couple of it's so cold jokes for you guys. Let me
Okay.
try it
Oh,
out.
you have less than a minute.
Less than a
Great.
minute.
I got an hour and a half of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Mace, it's so cold here.
How cold is
How
it?
cold
It's
is it?
so cold here. Instagram girls are taking pictures with their clothes on.
Ask Clay.
Wow.
Hey, Mace. Hey, Beto, it's so cold here.
How
How
cold,
cold
is it?
is it?
Trees are looking for dogs to stay warm.
Trees are looking for dogs.
You get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
30.
So more.
Beto, I got more.
No, you
I
don't.
like the second one better.
Yeah,
Honestly.
I cannot wait. I got to rush to my car so I can hear more It's So Cold jokes. Hey, Bergman, nice work today. Brian, Laura, nice to have you back. Ireland, have a good call tonight. Along with Michael Thompson and Beto, they will bring you pregame. And it is Lakers in Minnesota. No LeBron, but Austin